Ebusianfo. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Nimnia Bob, that's minimum. Yeah, come on. I hope you guys are all doing well. And life is good. And she says, one says the same,
yeah. How are you able to know that? And I don't know, maybe I maybe some. Some me this Scotland, now it's Canada. Now me must be yellow, me them also I say yellow no. Maybe I maybe south. Okay, and you're not your bed dollars, dear pa. Your bed dollars, dear pa, Mia.
This is maybe
I don't know, Pai, we are
okay. Commercial break now.
All right.
And then we go from there.
Absolutely.
Are you on more than one?
Yeah.
Okay, because I can hear myself.
No. I'm only on one device.
Okay. All right. It's in your commercial break.
All right. Okay.
Sika educate, ya wo Facebook, YouTube, and Insta. Sika educate, ya kasafa abumde awari and impunto. Sika educate, or don't come up, run a yanya ya who are true. Sika educate, unyane baby, Sika educate. Ain't like you page, you know I am vibe. But more than YouTube, ho, subscribe it. Sika educate is the name. All our man source and the camp. Inspiration, motivation. Modern education. Wafranada, when it's here, or don't come or Ekusika deba. Wafranada, Bema, Jai, or don't come or Ekusika deba. Sika educate, ya wo Facebook, YouTube, and Insta. Sika educate, ya kasafa abumde awari and impunto. Sika educate, or don't come up, run a yanya who are true. Sika educate.
Sis.
Yes, dear.
What's up? How are you doing?
Oh, Charlie, cool. I'm doing great. By the grace of God.
And young commander, if we say and I'm person in lifetime. Yeah, I'm person there been near my what factors should I consider in who I want to become my lifetime?
The medical I can say Obia or prototype of Obama or person or worry. It's yen na yesi so Mills and Boons names in Munubi I no your full say no near what baby. Our is a different ball game altogether. But I'm son and Ipakra Becca say, me person me worry no. I was so who discover who you are. Se unimu who and my very informed choice because unimu I was so ufa obia on your compatibility. It's very, very important. The other kind, our dear, and yet especially for ma and Yeshua. A war Jabinams, and now House of Razor, and now a wash shell shopper, Okwatam. So what you say? And just a Ataria, Ukwako Susu, and I say wash shopper, Ukotu Jessica, and you know, Starla Wope, and I Wokoto. Because our dear Nipan, Nipana Wokawareno, Unim Nipakon Teteno, Unim baby free. It is a whole ball game altogether. And I always tell people who are eager to marry, say, you as an individual must discover who you are first. Seminim say Abnam requirement to say me pay away when I'm stand for winning and near man I am a priority way I dear make me a compromise way they mean to mean compromise a canna mijina. So when you start getting in our writer and massa choose obi an a bra. Susu dria bi da ho. Until let's take it. Issue of faith. And yenjidie efarebai. Sabi ye Kristo ni. Mean to me enko wadi Buddhisini. Sabi ye Kristo ni. Sabi mini Islam ye nyina yasum. I mean in obiase or free nyamedie. But what kind of jidie anamon? And why not? When will I compromise? Where will I say when me some and where brand mean to me? Aha. It's very imperative. Yes, I'm mistake na. If you are me drew me penny fear so the person me worry. Se unya drew sa stage na ka say me drew me penny fear so e was say me worry a. Kamia you said desperation ya set in. Because you know what? Awade etu yen wo kwan life is involving. Awade eka process no ho. But the moment oba be say medrum ana be ma bi bedru eka say medrum mfie pen so udru sa threshold na it means that age time awode ato ho na now your expectation say obeware no edru e na de kone mamu enti what started okasa yet say me medrum pen mfie so what say me wade a okasa drew sa stage now. It means that you are panicking, you are in your desperation mood. Why panicking? You will be desperate to take anything. You will conform to anything because you think it's your time. You need to marry. Sekasani Drew say, "Me drew me penny if you so what's a warrior." Because let me be honest with you, medical can say, and yet our and yet sure a saying storm wakoto. Because life is involving people around us. No, one way you ndi agrono, one way you nim one. Obu okra wunim, but oba wa brabo mu na wo hwese na brabo na brabo na wo bo no wo de ne jelia. You can roll. There must be that physical contact na adwene said your adwene no wo de no ebubura like no o de to aso ne so a said your adwene no sa that kind of type of man na wo pe. My father say appearance, it's not too important, but these days, Mecca say it's relevant because in as much as people want to say appearance, it doesn't matter. Brand anymore who I want to be for sister anymore but we have to look more in the inner beauty. We are looking at the outward one. Everybody can pretend in front of people. We can pretend around people. But when it's left with only us, that is who we are. When nobody is watching, what will you compromise? And when will you say no? Whether obi wo ho obi ni ho say and I'm a person my brabono and I'm a set go be into me here very maybe ana obebia na adwene said ye wadwene said you hu niema no e kwot sa kwan no e mame enti odru sa stage na na say o kasa dru sa time na ade ba kwa mesra wo no say bisa ho say wo kura wo ye hwan whether obi ba ana obi ma ya does it devalue you say aware be ye say eno na be me ye who say you have arrived and not my sister go back again because our dear you need another grace altogether to sustain a marriage. One day show no pen is not marriage. Marriage na after nkrofo take away na wie entrance dance no bridesmaids no obi akọ na ka wo ne papa no e ho na marry. So you need another grace altogether to marry. But what I will tell people and I'll be better than anyone. Bisa no say wo kura wo ye hwan wo so power de me bisa ne maybe for instance usika kure da bank here saying one kasa usika is saying I didn't know what said your interview BBC I say why do you think you are the best option and I say you are the best candidate. I will ask you that because you must have all these things at the back of your fingertips. You don't have to sweat to answer these things and what type of man you are looking for or woman you are looking for. I don't want you to when you start doing it means that we cry na open. Into sanity.
Okay, into sister, before we go back into what we're talking about, from what you're saying, You have to be in a certain mind frame and a certain place in your life. And some why you're ready. Into sister in your view. What are the sorts of when is somebody ready to get married in your opinion?
Honestly, marriage is for matured minds. Marriage is not for boys and girls. If you're a boy, you are a girl. The whole thing, let me tell you, abrabono de yebo nyina no ewotiri mu enunti obi betumi adu ni mpani fie so but oye na ade sakwala okofa sa ni pani bi ne netena sister wo bebre ana bra wo bebre. Marriage is for matured minds in the sense to say two people who are matured who come together. It sustains a marriage because they know what they are up for. Mature in the sense to say when somebody is matured or you're strategic or adiana or you know otiasie journey na or kono onimdienti a owom because situation will arise by hook or crack. Ideally, say be a more cry, you might not take that. I will not take that crap. But listen, marriage will put you to that edge. Marriage will test all those forces. And say, for me, I didn't know say toilet seat when I wasn't married. Toilet seat will be so we know or said the man toilet seat it puts me off. I didn't know say it will bother me. I didn't know that thing will bother me until I get married. And now there's a male species in my life. Or what toilet or said the man toilet seat, But for my husband, apart from all the good side, some man control, man use maturity, that thing alone was very irritating. And I have to actually switch to another mood. Do you know what that means? And no, you're just a simple tip. But obi wawa, otimeka say, obi suno kra na nipa kono ehuye nehi. Muntie ni you, obi suno where is coming from? Maybe I wenya occasion be ane papa snow, ana ne brother be snow, ana or your daddy be. The attitude, the perception to life is different. How we handle money is different. And if you go different, and join it together as husband and wife. In as much as I have my good sides, which you made me choose me. What name but now the real me? Yeah, plano. Me baba 6, 7, 9. I'm a cop. Macha Krana 12. And 4 hours. The real person you don't know. Now you come to live with somebody 24/7. When you take the makeup off, is with you. In your bad days, is there. Mood swings is there. Well, who? My friend, is your mind matured enough to take a kwalesua? A woni pana woko wari ni mu. A bribia, a very new thing in our way, but people take it for granted. If I'm choosing a life partner, I must be able to choose somebody 50 years down the line. I can still laugh at his jokes. But listen, life is evolving. Now, involving as you are growing, and your man and Kema was smiling and said, "Ebi ama about 20 years. I didn't my own smiley beam. There must be something else. Other thing else, you can laugh over it." And say, yeah, can pronounce it 1 year, 2 years marriage. Bribi to say, oh, cracky Joseph, else. As time goes on, says you can't know cracky Joseph. Can you laugh? Ain't that make us say it's for matured minds? How you can share our real circumstances changes. Our real throw a lot of challenges at people. Let's take the issue of say, a beer, a samoka. Ya wadi ye no, papa no ejuma akofom. Onso twe ejuma no. Ejuma no prospect of his job no, na no so ka ho bi. Mekasa na ejuma akofom anya de na ejuma ba ko asa ya hunting for another job. No. But ebia, the kind of ejuma or no, apart from so bad say, ebia ne sika semon so. or you're self-employed, no, you're businessman, and I worry, no, and then the seeker form at Siaba form. On said any qualification, Papa Bia, but as at 5 years, 3 years ago, now Mushia, you know, he was a good businessman. My sister, can your mind comprehend the say, Edu Tama mo won mo babeko saito? Because the money is not there. The frustration and the anger, a common a woman, how a be namote apartment, a private own, but see, sikanati from here, not tenant house, because that is what you can afford. Can your mind comprehend that? And as somebody who have lived in quarters and a flat or in your father's compound alone, is your mind ready to absorb the fact to say, I went to a minimi kunutuno? Meshate. Can your mind shift? Because life and your thoughts is the are tailored to one idea. The catcher will say something have not been thrown at you that have cornered your marriage. Your idealistic way of living, you know, has been challenged. I'm not frightening anybody, but that is the reality when you go to counseling. They don't tell you. They make you think that so long as you've got the right person you are in love with. No. I want to emphasize that side because the Mills and Boone side and River City, and no, it's natural. That thing is able to come forth when there is peace of mind. Even romance in our real anything. When money is there, romance in you won't take. With a man, when even the person is not sexually satisfied, sometimes Jimmy a play role here, we can buy libido. But when you cannot afford it, not brand person in Sasra, what kind of mind will you be able to absorb the fact to say? And yes, but let me tell you, this is where the challenge is. A better thing say. Yes, say, because I've experienced it before. A better thing say, Ebia, Ukunuwa Ahuchim. Not say you have not gettled your mind. Who said this is a temporal situation, or baby anywhere will pahochary. And not in a mabby break, a member break, I say, or bow with Sika, Mua de Debbie, Yamia Yanasa. Say, obey it, you have a huge responsibility. I am a helper. And she said, Chebo ne betene, ne kwakoye say oba no na ba beye head no because on the bread and ba on the bibia. A lot of marriages, the women are not shifted. Instead of the men being responsible and being the head, you know. Especially in Abuja, a mad dore a same man. A young man kakran bi and a itime dore. A bruyachi. And yes, you can only mutoshe and but oba ye nyansafo no. And ma bebre ye nyansafo we bruche. The system support the women more than the men. So sometimes it makes the women flourish than the men. Sometimes. And not all the time, but sometimes. A few people and sabi and be about 20 years down the line, people have stretched their tentacles to make sure that they put things in place. Because who are broaching down your professional person, and a lot of them are not professional. A lot we Ghana for a Marima Bear 100 Janawa, 20. And the professional qualifications and now they have actually attained the school and a bear brutally. Obama Benina Yebedipa. Now per dia the system will help Obano when on yam blah 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 your watch the and to won't set Sradia Abedi Oban and some. Ukonya pe maybe or yokoshini kakra na ban and seven so side or bar fufro and now while bought wrong me to be and now 2 wrong steps beer. Ubo set kakra na ban and some Sradiano na a free name some. In that picture, yeah, mama we. Our dear is not something for small mind. In fact, me mammy PSC me na me last born. Sam yake kano. Your friend me mammy say, wa me nana. Me oba nana mammy sani a fro. Debut. Oba waria. Ukunu. Bible say is the head of the home. How would you be able to subject to authority? A lot of women grow up by their own and they don't know how to submit to authority. Is your mind ready to submit? Because if you are when your papa am control, sa adie no prototype no when you were only raised by your mother, and even with your mother, her controlling might not be the same as your husband's own. For instance, so mommy your ba kuchina oba ba na mommy na no na aduane. But ukunu ebia oye mema na aje se wano asi ho ansa na wadi na. Are you ready to conform? Yeshia we broche the oba no a ben bema no a ben sa idealistic idea no na hye wutirim. Enso bia na bema wakohia no. Enye sa adwene ni bi na odwen, enye sa susu bia na de hwa aware. Oyo bema ebi crop onimu no akra, opesa de gire to ne pono. Ono nso ne de no. Are you ready to conform? Say me kunu nye all the men na mehia ni bi. Me kunu pese ye to ne pono. Can you conform to that? Enti aware is not for immature boys and girls. It's for the matured mind. Get it in your head. So unyi na emaya. Rather start preparing your mind on the things that are ahead of you. Begin to read. Begin to find out how you will handle somebody's son. Begin to find out how you want to be handled. Because listen, something like respect is reciprocal, isn't it? Respect is reciprocal. You want the man to respect you. How do you carry yourself in the home? How do you do things? So you want to be treated like a girl, no? And now person can respect you. And now I say, oh, what abrabon say obi anani daho na onim bia woye at every point in time biano unim bia koso ewo wabrabom. You are not shallow minded. You are not ignorant of the fact to say afi abrabon nye me bium. Na emu abrabo aye bon bibi wo ho na pese wo bisa papa ye yeden yen ye yeden enye me pese me yesege enye no aha papa nso ebi akofa sister Joyce ba ye no na wo TV wo ho na wo system wo ho sister Joyce abeka abrabo ni mo de me sister ntwi o de Mr. ntwi enso no family remote no mame munu mi TV no mame munu mu light no sa akeka no emani pane fele say as a waba space. A lot of people did not know say indirectly yes starting relationship no kasa bi say ama oban subconsciously ehun say waba space and now majority man no ebi wo ho ama na wo dan e na mema betena on chen o say empa no aha na meda because aha na me charger ewo so what you say. And papa ne ba wo space mu no ade we enfa ntoa maka che ose mpaboa ye de gu ha e na ho che se wo be kwan ya ma papa ne hu se oho ne nye ne dia unya be ma ne tiri mu oden ya e bia wo de je e de ade so ne nsa ka ade ne pa na afi waka che ose de me na wo se me ye tiri no so what you say enti obu a o se oni nkrata no ye different e na ho de bi sister ansa no benya nkrata nyama wo robi e woni face no satan na nsa hye wonum de bia me kasa asem abrochirefo onya nkrata no one line of conversation does it go on in your home so nkrofo ba ne ka abrochire asem a utimi ka kire nipa ko no se na wo da be na wo baaye o ma nipa ne fele se abrochirefo titiru uni nkrata ya na ye nkrofo bi se adwene ni wutirim. It is wrong perception. Who kasakura I say uni nkrata ye kasa. They will not say it directly. I don't know whether you catch what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
Uni nkrata I say maybe hona ye kan I say uni nyansa. They make you feel that way. Ya abrochire na onkrata asem e ma ahochire wa obi timi say na wunni mu say as if say you are stupid. Ya abrochire. No, will be anywhere. Now, brabo na wo bonon for pen and paper and two. But they are flips. They are things Terence be alive can throw you at.
Exactly.
If you are a couple, not that kind of situation. How strong are you in the mind? How strong are you?
Mr. Awo, yes, you make reference to a scripture in the Bible. It said, Bible, when you're expecting a man said we would be submissive to our husband. But when you continue that verse, it also talks about men loving their wives, as Christ loved the church and gave his life for it. To me, submission and love, they come hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. Na obano why that is.
And what side or but when I don't know why.
Okay, but this is still
yeah, okasana ekwabem.
Oh boy. Anyway,
okay, so yeah, can submission was some media no be true, but I would have explained better. It is easy for submission to come when there is love. When you show me love, submission is easy. So what you say? Or baby, I would try to draw submission ain't remember. I did a mom, yeah, can we know, and also just say, Bema being chair or drop or a ma baby wa. Submission is a proper nyami yansafo. And I say or banko bread on wase. Even though I have 9 senses, Bema wo ba kope, and so nyame se me na me 19 no, me kwa bread on wase. And unti ya wonyon bi ayeto say onyame ohu akira de eye ne. Give a man say onwa emu anwa mo keke. Na fa nkwala nu se jano. Na ko efie ho jano. Ubeba no, ubeka se Arafat ato bomb ewo fie. Se nyame amamu a mema bi wo hokora ebe ahye wo fie aka ho. That same woman might be on the phone, might have 2 cases looking after, and can cook. What does that mean? Multiple taxing a woman can do. But nyame say or the bema ayitire. This is where egoistic and sa idealistic idea and say the bema yeah is true. But if it's a trauma, no matter what, no matter the accolades of education you have, no matter what you obano you have, nyame say okunu yetire eno nkyere say papa yese wo yetire ni ntino but come kasa bo ahya me yam mama look like this because you are the head. No, bra bedome no submission beba bra na bedome odia ne say yesi bedome. How do you love? Or don't anything? And me can say I was saying the discover who he is and now who she is before she says I do. Because oh yeah, now I do. Your expectation is to love your wife. How did Christ love the church? Bible said he loved the church even until death. Maybe so. And member saying, and no, where you said that you're a kidney, I say, Uncle, you need a kidney bar, Uncle, you need kidney bar, come on, obey. And so, about what would draw what to domuno, what mind say, a simi kunu, ahrawa assay. The obedi carbon said, Dr. Check is some dear, and a papa dear, a partner. 2 years ago, I sent me madam and him. Papa Bia, or then a year, and an a year. Enya yare na chese omope ye ka ahrawa semi ena biaba na akan me na maame ne ye na to dona ayi so list so na almost about 2 years onya bi na omo wo ma 3 ne mane nyina Nicodemusly have tested to see whether say one of them ne maame ne be maachia papa wo ne maame ne te for 28 good years and to me and go forward. One can say testimony. Broke the woman's heart. I remember say, I thought I am married until today. I realized my husband doesn't love me. Menshami kunu say, Uncle Yina Hawama, but Anka on your effort. Sad we life-changing circumstances. When the person have a key, even say only and your force say was so in a year, but and can you kunu ye effort and kebema a rabaning and sheda or catching of the sister shawo hoden because sad the banya woman was signed by a pity party ube winter. I was playing and me who said baby a stage I mean me and a druno not a cough for me. And I have to say something knowing her, no, I have to say something that will provoke her to rise up again. I did something, Obibekasa reverse psychology. I didn't help in pity party, even though I am a counselor, I need to listen. I went me may be out of the textbook or people originally I was supposed to do. Just so that it will provoke her to come out of it. Because I need her to shape her mind to come out from that angle. No one. Now, manayaresa, after all, you are in the donor list and believe it me. As I grow, as a yeka, diagro, or the Podian of a person of power. Sad by now, Lukunu and to young man. A maw, a what ye, and not said the tea. Menewo Kasei, sister, no, a brother be our Canada. Not said the Adiane Kono, not Yadina so now, man. The brother no at a point in national sister, by the brother and by ya, yes, donana, and not papa said they won't try me. And not a fire, ain't or by flash out the nearby, but or the no home bar for me. Sad yana near bear man, yeah, you know. Sister Nina who are when to me I know you. Make how Christ loved the church, and I'm able to see so. Christo doye, empo was saying even on the cross, he was trying to reconcile a mother and a son on the cross. I had a meager this I say, so young crew why you want to know. One more doyen, said the priest to someone on moment doyena. Maybe so we are. Now me perceive very man also we see our dear counsel. Sister na, oh tata na, okay, I love you. Don't just say I love you, but mean it. A lot of African young men, they don't know the difference between like and love.
No, correct.
Love is not how we are able, we sexually gel, we are so romantic, baby. Like, I can like you. Obroni knows the difference between the two. You bet me we can have great time, we can have great sex, we can all those things. But Obroni will take his time to really know the person. A few of them will say, oh, I just dated him 3 years, 2 years, and we married. Some people can date the person so as long as 15 years, 10 years. I'm not saying it should be the norm in our African culture because your mindset is really different. 9, 10 years, dating no our babies here. And yet, no some na make. Obroni bana oni broni bear no dating no. And him say, you knew baby I be into their boundaries on what level, at when do I give you a child, at when do I decide to be pregnant, when how many children do I have to have? Some common abroku omadi. Sister say sister Sheila said.
Oh, see, a man donated his kidneys for his wife, and when the wife he was demanding it back.
Sa mentality no sister tama wuwu no obi de na koma ma and I will say papa do enough. That didn't tell you said that man love you enough. Obi no ebia miss me ya making and na ni kura ba na ho so no adwe e woni ti was minya ya na meye ba adwe ne say me koye na me wuye ana me koye na me yiri jame sa adwe obi no watena 28 years when yawo na mum yade aba e wo se wo ye wo marry my yostem no bra afa na wo dwene say after 28 years no obejawo enu nti na make say marriage is for matured minds. But the things I can take on Enyama, I am ready to let go. Enyama, I am ready to the journey. I want to journey on with the person. Eye adwenemotie ene adwenemo fine na me de be yade no. Ana situational relationship na me wo mu no. Me a me benefit na me pe no. And wahu emba bebre kwa wade with the notion say, oh guy, you're fine boy loso, or you're pharmacist, or you say me odimachia. Yebekasi be man you nyamfo. When seeking the inner beauty and a very man purpose in life, he was looking at the outward. Said, "Yeah, almost planning a befana call papaye. Near befana call restaurant way. Yeah, no, he said, maybe the bar. Said, "Yeah, now could you in a bear man will be anticipating that you be cooking for him." One fine shame it must one fine shame it must say, he was getting ready to get your attention. Now, a time will come when your husband, even though he's a full-grown man, want the attention. He behaves like a small boy. Bad boy now, 5 years now. I want all seek attention, no, also pay attention. There are some men who Bema will feel hokra. Meaning Bema, maybe I will say, me mama, me mom no for because me bad penny boy now no for. What just said your boy didn't no for now or yena or say there be or best you no for. Asa grow. The bank Obama, one person Obama Nufu. He's ready to buy all the formulas. The more money they can you just imagine that? And yes, you, but Nankwala slow eba was sad. My point is, will you take it or will you leave it? As I was sitting in front of that, I know them, they are my friends. You can't say. But you have no idea about penny boy. No, hey, especially on the 8 months, call 1 year. Or the said you are showing me, and you must have said, as me, if I may, I said, you laughing. Can your mind comprehend that? If you don't know, so marriage throw things at us. Enye. For some of you, it might not be a financial circumstance, but it might be say a bana wakofano. Nobody cannot accept pregnancy. And your banana, and no na wakoya abortion be and but ya rear emma a fro crampo emma. Are you ready, matured in your mind to accept to say, and your men in an Seminyabia, praise God. Menyabia. And also, are you ready? There is another side of it, another twist of it. If you are it take you for it be 10, 15 years, there might be no sign. Say, I have seen people marry 15, 13 years. Do you have the patience to wait? Go through all the treatments and all that. Are you ready? So why do you bet me comprehend to say Ghana for your what the next 2 years? Hey, me you started in some babies and some how are when are you going to be pregnant? When are you get all those things? Now who bear man who go school no games be a boy out to share no. I was sperms. Ana usano youthful exuberance concussion na no school no ebia wonum bi ana unsan no ma wonom kra no amma o sperms are weaker. How would you know? How would say and remember no omudi 40 ya not sexual weaknesses enti UK for your advert bia omo ye say when it's not right, talk to your spouse and talk to your GP. It might be something trivial. A very subtle advert, but they want to actually talk to men who are 40 and above because they realize, say, circumstances, stress level can make you not perform as you usually do. It can be set with libido keke and abafem. And now we are 1 minute and now you 2 stamina. Are you able to talk about say unye memana muni stamina? Now on shada and ye premier nisa ain't ebia how to actually satisfy a woman. And listen, a lot of the men we marry, I just said pakono we jabu kakra and now wanantimu kakra. And I say we see so no e premeni mekasa obi wo ho a enye se actively exercising it. Now why they didn't baba come out? I'm adding na practice. Ghana for men. Obi do what say and na ye kire won said ye to won pa. Eye de na danfo bi aka. Eye de wa hwe wo movie mu. Na se won papa nkasa e de won tena se. Akire won say be ma bu pa ye wei. This is the physical exercise. We ye ma osisi mu ye den. Papa for say na kire won mama e wo Ghana. Up to date, could I want to the baby? So what you say? Where else? I mean, say last na make way South Africa for big platform. So na me a program say and na make say yeah African men yeah show them how to be sexual. And na maybe said there be on the class and said yeah ada for share one mama you said yeah guru the pono. Almost one man mama yeah chira one yeah said that chira one Malawi ni Zimbabwe for mema some of ethnic groups ni bi no ye kira am said ye fa ma ye kira won but here is the case ye no ye nkunu mu ya nkira mo ye de wakan wo buku mu de wahwe wo de nadanfo bi aka emema be hia niema ekeka no e no wa build fantasy wo ni tirim enti obehia oba bi a wo ye premeni wo no a wanankim sister ni ye pro sister na dia abasobodi edin ade na fa na numu anka ato no e na bra wa kofa why said then she said ye done said ye pesi chire yi bi abaye mobo wo petunra wo po ba o what to tugina so bra wa de ensu tizei tunra no be da peja amana kom ana mo ka set one no an set one an so when your strategy I would be fan you will be actually so sister na what he's not satisfied. Honestly, let's be real. I mean, I like keeping it real when it comes to marriage. I want to be real. I don't want to build any fantasy now. Manada. One who say we want to sugarcoat things. We want things to I always want to shake the table. I always want to say something which nobody will think it is, but it happens. So when it happens, are you prepared? Are you ready? So you are not caught up in what a shock. What a shock, baby! Actually, nkrofo wawadiem. And the man, marry maybe ma baby. Behave said ye one more pay. So what you say? What a shock, baby! What did they champ nano? Na brand ye kama. The mannerism was very great. Top notch. Now what the wareno? Wouldn't need to fear. And this is where some of the problems start. Familiarity. When you my familiar, it brings disrespect. A lot of us do it indirectly. It doesn't matter. I do or and yet intentional. So we're disrespecting. But why is so used to him? So can be you throw anything around without not thinking feelings. But words are very powerful.
Exactly.
In as much as familiarity is setting in. My familiar, my used to you. And yet I still have to make sure say I maintain some kind of orderliness in respect of whatever you people see. For instance, I can sometimes joke with my husband. I say, "Fine boy, so na me. When me ba penny no, it make us up be one papa wa. Or no so per se. Utime fine boy, so be ma what you say no, it's your father. I draw the line. It is okay for me. And then I call him how come mommy you can say it, we cannot say? I say yes. When you marry and you have your own husband, you can call her that, you can give her pet names, but this one belongs to me. You are a child. Behave like a child. Now, Makasa, what am I trying to do here? I can be making fun with my husband. It does not give my children right to be making fun, because my children might not know when it's in a good mood or when it's in a bad mood or when it's not ready to respond. The moment I'm in my fine, a better Debbie, Ebiana Papa is not in a good mood. Let me back so ni Papa who fell. So what I say, but a man we don't know where to draw the line. Yet many krumu kasa anyhow. Oh mama wo hokra said you no kunu kasa sa na pesa one ne kasa. So as time goes on, muntie mu ama wo aburu tra makofa mo mama mo a won mo ne motem. There are problems beni. Your husband can accept that the wife is talking to him certain way. When your mom or brother be na yakofa na free Ghana no, so person na kasa sa enye juma. Familiarity. Ye ni makokwa no. Ma betina papa ne fie ya na baby amote and one who ninchu. First oba Ghana. Oh, asew and then odo betina America no. O bana catch say the man no being enti papa ne be no no didi no ba no didi amen. Na obia anyi ne papa no o ma me so tifie ho. Study anything. O ma me ba ye de bia wo bebe bia no ma me katiri mu se mo hu so oba pen mu akama no atum. Bisa ho say obia brantie no how does he feel? Enti na make say one other thing I'm going to manim etiefu. One of the things are a year ahomete kakra when you go and marry somebody who does not speak your language. Kasa na nipa ne kano onte. Enti ofra ne nkrofo kra e wo Ghana. Na bribi e koso wo widie mu. Ye di matemana. The omu ken the no mo ka. Enti it raises suspicious mind. Take for instance, obi enyankrani me nyame adometenkran. Michichi. Ba mentia igbe papa. Igbe oka mako bi wo kwa sononyefo a leke a sa ne mane na no mete. But when you go deep, you start to say what can angna deeper. Menti bi I'm lost. Me jibi hodi enti obi ka igbe wo menchen a I'm not bothered. Hame so what you say? Ukonya oba won shedan ni ne confidence level e wo form one. Na wo ka kasa foforo obra nani a owo kwa wan hwe yi a sister wan hwe yi a eno nko the contention but subconsciously anytime I'm na me feel bia mo dia igbe gu mu bia na sister na muna ana bra na muna akwawari asantini be ma won tenkran eko o ma mi twa kenya nye bon gawie mo ma tete drum na benini BFA ne na wukunu adwea ye mu bebre wanya be ma wo gi ne hudi a wanya be ma o gi ne hudi a ai enti ye ka se obema ebe dome obema be do e wo se wo ye bribia to also say your love ne do a wo ma no will be so attractive. But couples yeah, minimum. And yan nancy, I've known them for 20 years. And yan nancy, cover demon and who said, say your mammy and I be new. Mammy and I be new, mammy ya santini, but mammy no, who come or can I da? Oh, better say, or no more than I be new, and a papani and cranny. And commodity you moon at the buy. Me, I'm says, me friend, I'm say, if one. And ye keka chiachi ya mibi ya pe afi no akate se de me maka no I am say what na no da form no so ja wunua ba asem ai gbe no se ono na afa ato no so ono na ahyada o ye hyada ko school wo ho ye date no hyada ma me kire na igbe adanya se de be ya wohia na so bibi sa say so person wukunu don how do you reciprocate this love towards me? How do you submit when the going get tough? How do you submit when the man is not the one who is bringing the bread on the table anymore? How do you still control yourself when the odds is against you? When ebia ukunu unintentionally a form of brass can how do you react? And Opa say, hello, respecting. Hi.
You're echoing.
Really?
Yeah.
What am I going to do now? Okay.
I think they should take it like that because I had a studio, they will hear us.
All right.
In appropriate time, we will try and build a studio, but until then, you should absorb it because it's the information that is very important. Yes, dear. All right.
What is he? And we'll be
That would be more challenging because I hope that he will come from a diverse side so that I have a
Is it a prophet is never known in his own house? Why Mrs. Tainty
What was that? Oh, you go behind the wire, you're going to Chromo. Oh, you do walk a see a pan or two or no. I was behavior stuff.
Meteor submission very interesting. So we are Makasa.
Yo. It's not make us say. I would Yamian say, your submission and not a maybe a woman empowerment. Don't submit, a concept. Listen, you cannot change the order of the day. But when you are me, or bar or person or submit here, I was so much more love. Or baby or one on a piano and son of crowd more. Now soon I miss a dono. For what dog catch that what you say, or bar, a young cookery beer or online so wouldn't we young in a way. She says that minimum fear be more. Or Barney San or Mossa, the Biaba Conapan, when the drum economy, as time goes on, the woman picked it up. Into the stand say, Obama, and another mammy, a yatro bag, or sign on to me, and ye may become branding himself, your board of clones, man, all those things. My men of Peking and kakra. Me, I'm standing aside. I knew what the man was doing. But when he says that, I say, oh, we could your pay and one, we could there be sister with you and Nkoye Brown decide, Memma Bibri, a brochure for Memma Bibri. I would say, do a one against Salmon to do a house, me, Miami to no bomb, Miami to the Afroya. Particular still do a while, wouldn't be particular still are not enquiry or why wouldn't mean Yana said your brano or penal or shedding or Bema with your Beman Safua and Agrimudono. Also, another Miana kitchen, and we, Yasama Catcher do I say, I do our being in it. After all, I been quite in any than a jollof is okay. After all, a jollof name, and crack round quine, a light soup, and quine is what time chandy, and no dear Koye, obedience. She has said, and yet near many now, me wickedness, Nana, I have to make it obvious. But women, is it? No, cooking is not only for the women. And you're cooking as someone who are American. Listen, there in some homes, the men are very good cook than the women. Now, if you are mature people marrying, and now your person abroad anymore. Me shut down schedule say it was such engineer trying me, and it was saying Wedriane. Bema onim ne yere worth no. Aha and asem no na make about familiarity. Emma say Emma bi wo ho na woman 1 inch no aye 2 inches. Esa send kunu edimu no na obetimi anu nti ade no nim yakora wo mo ne ho so. So what you say? It is easy to arrive in that conformity because onim already that's what say obi beye. So what you say? But where else are the pakone bo abrabo ne say eye masede me yamana maybe what way I am not ashamed of that because Semetu Prona said you did no. I am a fair. Tiana Yakono say one word Viane. Not bear medi, not what we now was Dawasi. I can't. Now all can say, and we be an ede, a Viania Koyi. Oh, we be an idiot. Because my husband is the type. Oyane Obi only Krubia the country or say, oh, my bontin did that, oh, my fee did that, only do a bontin. That is not how he was trained. He was trained to eat at home. And to just imagine, say, for instance, weekend here, me walk off all the time. I'm busy. In my business, sometimes, or you're less busier. And to that, me walk off. No, me anticipate, say, me ye bribintino, when you went, I was so no, now quite some minutes here, kind Debbie. That a quiet woman, no, I was some told upon. Mamenka be being killed. The whole day, my husband has been out doing something. The whole day. In fact, on no crack, I'm sorry. And the reason was all corner, not me machine ade awia ono ahu se mabre nti me mo me ho me laptop si me so se ma fa mu ada se ono pie no e na ode ade kata no e na oyi laptop ne si baby e na hu se wa pie nti me ni tie ye na mo so dade apie na me so okay but me short time na enche bia me nim se obeba se woni me kasa no se camera na eko offer opeba ira ya chepa ade asa opebibi light di am de bayre na gum ya started program obegie di say waba me na de bayre na gum but oba ya me te camera nim no baba yi bayre no edi bi awie asensi form ko hwe ne ma because ocho no be ko school that is love enye love gabi na mum eye de obeya ama me ama abrabo no aye easy ama me enti sa be ma no sika na ni botom kra na respect as a father no is intact enye ohiani kum proud ngwasi akeka wasa kan samfo a kire me dabi but in spite say eto de bi wo ba abrabo de engina abrabi no the duty as the head of the home is intact na me catch am say yes ni am worry papa yi ekeka ko 20 years am ni papa yi say ya did duve ya did cover e she duve ho enye say mi ni yo but ono he was in the military and to say the autonomy e different on my men tumpa me kru na okọ baabi me fa say weekend o tu kwan ya o sempa me da so ansa na wakọ sa papa no eno nkire say oyekotobonku I need to do everything to maintain say me gusu bu be me na abotefo bebre nim sa de ne ye obenya be ma awojo na wo pese otietia be ma no enim ene ne fa ahodie asofo kra na ye mobo papa asofo ukowade asofo maami bi a wo mu ade a ne ne yo nyina pese o kire say especially asofo die ne betu wo kwa mu me be wade accountant all of a sudden we see nyame afro se wo ba na ngedel na adwene say ofre no ye miemu na ya frɛ yen ya say ya frɛ me kunu me ye Moses die but me nso me ye Zipporah he will end up messing up the ministry. Why? Because everyone is subconsciously one rest of it. What now we see nyame afro on kabani ni ye nyina wo kire ya ti ministry and now was just of pon bi ase a oba ne betete ne sa na ni papa no so na ni kunu agya so e kote na de ya friend ne eldership ya friend the elder ya friend the dickness sister betete bra yi sand bra yi elder wo bedi nyina ebuo ma ho because nkrofo hwe se de ni yire ne kasa e wo bedwamu a can this one to be elder can this one to enti senyame anya adom ye sa be hye ne dickness ka ho a na wo mu mienu ministry omo ne na masoro ba obi am won because won ne ye na niam a bibi ba how they react to situation tells you say well maturity ka won kakra won fie ne nye some of them asofo bebre me kan say ebi wo kwa bra ne ka praise the Lord bra ne bra hum na yire body language tell me say there wo kan me ni are you wondering why sometimes when you have the power preach Bible say sorry say yes do because people are looking out for Miami. Some of you, it is not you, the calling is upon you. Your wife, right from SU, was so judicious. Oh, quite what I sister, me auntie, so good him. Sani, a can, and I can. You know it. Sister, no, sir, not here. No one knew rather, no condo rather. And now will be what, oh, Cosfano, Premaica cry, and yes, just say, or life, or penalty. But yes, so now come out very rather. As young Jenny together, no work with Bunyamino, a pejak. Yeah, man, another ministry. Obana is out there. Bema only to do one yin, because you see the woman all out there doing all that he's supposed to do. When Obama and you so maturity, anyone Yamimu do, and to Yama one, our dear no aina. Correct. It's major software, Ebiana will become.
Yeah.
What factors do you consider when we're choosing our and then a submission there, into what do you have to say about what we're saying?
Also, our young Kasankasano, say nipa eba be worry or say we have or standard be. You should have a mental picture of Oba or Heshe. Sanso na Oba also should have a mental picture. Some of the mental pictures no edum eye wish enya ade a betimi abim. Ba me tito meka say first obi a osro nyame ana obi a oye spiritual. Enya number 1 because our end ne kwan wa na e kwan wa de there's going to be some undulating potholes in the na say edusa embrane so a how are you going to synergy, you know, how are you going to and spirituality ni here pa obi owo suban here pa me quote scripture bi wa ase most of the time no me friend say we nye pride o say me Ghana for kasa bibria I am in person use Bible because Ghana for the woman in Bible ni si obi a but omo fa nye adwuma, to be honest. Inti me na say I am in time preach you because o quote o so be quote.
Also, ebimu.
Oh, asma make am okay, ebimu. Oh, ebimu. E hapa because nyame asam pe bit me there. I explain situations and the better think of forward, but young crop for me, ready. Woman nim idea was say nipa oye, manikoni nim onim, but on ye. Okay, I quote one scripture do as a scripture were very, very dynamic. But I'm not can.
It's on Casa Casa.
1 Peter 3:1. Pachomuntio, likewise, wives, be subject to your husband. Don't pay that attention. That is not the subject key. So that even if some do not obey the word, they may be warned without. Now, this is where the subject, they may be warned without the word, but no, they may be warned without a word by the conduct of their wives. Subject matter near conduct. Bible ni say ebi awako wari obi onye Kristo ni. Enye wo Bible kan no and the best son ba wo conduct.
Usuban sanya obey na fam.
Usuban, that is the key scripture. So scripture must share that as this scripture way. Sometimes you call worry munasa when in kuya. I'm diverting a little. Near the Bible no super. With the Bible no super spouse. Bible no say enye no the best son. Now usuban. Usuban the best son. Okay, let me go straight to the point. When we say our and kasan foundations are very wrong right from the onset. I will say our one of the teaching curriculums in Kolani school because Akwarebia bitnya wari. Akwarebia was Akwarebia wari. I was say Akwarebia wari, but maybe he landed at the wrong place, or he or she found himself in the wrong association in our NMT. But say to meet today, young Colano, our rare the curriculum no who school. May yet from the way you handle the other spouse, how to handle the other spouse. We say the other spouse also features be almost some temperaments be relating to the culture practice a film to say in Burma say say the jepa Burma the jo it is a you see any head into I don't know nim kra no asere say unim so I just say we are she who ubedu fia ade unim say wife or no onyansa sin but we the patapa and that me fio sa suban nyina no wo say yetimi actually parenting. You see, the subject here is parenting. I say it me from our childhood. We don't do that. In Kroni be nyiwie, na say ose okwako warrior. After no kakra ono so agada ewo TV so na danfo bi nchen TV mu akankan book mu books na mutai kanka ebi no the European made books. It doesn't fit into our culture. The European made books so okofa waresem efri obi to say Paula White or not America what through book on marriage no ko kan style book na ubo aware mu Africa bia mu enye dwuma ma ehona papa ne ka say Bible ne ka say by your conduct not by your word. Say with me win your husband with your conduct then it's easy to win him to continue with the word. Now before no ubetimi do conduct be win no na te say wo so afa bebi mu or the jebe tatao or be how wadwin opia unu adwane a onkafo okwa bonte o medefie ba we nyina no conduct hwe so obema edo baby that's obani age mi pa bema ni timi twa windy girl no nti bi da but sometimes it's very difficult so oba betimi windy bema watch it. It takes time. That is where conduct comes in. So Obama na dream will pro bit say, hey, massa, now girl I only in 1990. Who say girl no a good girl? I quite fast with the treaty again and you're fine. But it is easy for a man, Bema bit me a call extra mile. Assasa, for example, two ni, I'm never than your wife. By a difficult person or bar best side jantra. In a nutshell, no, one, parenting has always been a problem. Me woman, papa, woman, one friend me, and tower is same young me. They see me, I figured it out. Some of us, it is just by the grace. We are still making a lot of mistakes. We are making a lot of mistakes, but I don't know because ubedum pepe bisu abra bumwa. For example, 45, 46, 47, 50 years now. It's like you know what you're about. Me no, my father worry to say business. Me my worry and my father say business I mean. It is a business name Kuya. And she said, me pake me nyoma. Let me go start for. I have to find out. Adentina omoko casti concrete no. Cement and community iron rods, a dining brick. I have to sit down and do calculation and find out what was the problem. I don't give up on the project and say media and into media my brand nipano aircraft your mommy advanced the engagement me die. So shower rate to say business you don't easily give up.
Correct.
Because as long as you are putting effort into it, there's going to be a good result at the end of it.
Sure.
But sometimes aware me kuma yemfa butai bi entu yi ni so awai no say butai bi kaware no ho abutai and a bed drive you whether good and bad no gusu na dane na because also you unim se ni pay se nyame timi bo no so sana enmunye ne bi beta ho so papa ni a friend no say peace FM papa no only peace FM me to say safe person is not pumping to table so that me tia ewo kantamanto na kantamanto hodo no so wo ton de kantamanto so we ni so ya shipa yem fada da bra bon kotena ho but I don't know how he started but look at this man maybe my men on any started if the woman just looked at the beginning and then the character be show into you one taking it serious and then she has lost. So we have a lot of examples in the society. We can, for example, we say, Papa J, maybe incredibly PPA bank, but Yamano or the Butabi to Niniso say, Obe boy Papa, so that he will succeed. And I was succeeding and Panso. There are a few lapses, but I know the major tour. In effect, what I'm saying is that parenting here, pa, and ya swawa, ya womb, money, cahono, or was said, to me, the papa, monument, no. This is the time I was a young colano. It makes sure what is our worry because our worry those who be at me worry. Also be at me worry. Say, Bim Nasa and bow coins, or maybe a year and count crabia and count crabia, but it doesn't stop you from learning what goes into our area, because that could be who should be tia chirubi. Ebi awono our and count crabia, but who should be tia chirubi. Yeah, did that make sense?
Yes, you did.
Absolutely. My main pick it from baby Papa Sofodin Anuski. How would I teach my children how to love and how to look at marriage? And yet, dear meme or no, may you will me fee the picture I will build in front of my kids. We were raised in an environment, you will not even see your dad holding your mom's hands. There are some family homes, they don't even teach the kids how to pray together. In some homes, they don't even teach the kids how to even sit at a table and eat. Yeah, can say your bachelor, your ma, any foundation as someone Papa Sofo. And if I went in question baby ting, but a would day-to-day life are only a spouse eternal. That is the mental picture you are drawing for your kids. And only obia or ye alcoholism, a drunkard, and now obia or ye substance abuse, and na ete. Obani, you know, that is the kind of male figure he or she saw. And nothing na one will call abusive relationship, no, a yes cycle, no. Akwala also abuse, no. He end up taking an abusive boyfriend because they dress very nice. Almost swag. But so he would like to pick a man who have a swag, but they end up being beaten. Unless we change the narrative, Sana Papa Sofo episode. Unless we know me, a lot of effort. Some of us, we might have married 20 years, 30 years, but yet to showcase to the public. But at the modern some, any of you someone who did do papa. And my baby has been raised by the Kukoninifu because the man is refused to take his position as the headship of the home. And remember, baby, say, sorry, no pakwasi da no peya. Sorry, no. We are busy throughout the week. Let us pray as a family. Or bear man kasanti me shesha fasting say, and as a whole family, me mommy and son am you a queer for. And every Tuesday, a queer for a woman here. Unti me krano 12 and 10. Now watch the aqualano, ujidie farabai. Baby, no ye. Ebi kwa sorry ja woma wofie. En so nkwalei eka hu bio ye kire won. Eya na me hu bie ya na emesre wo hu ma me no ni kunu o ma twanto ma no ma ba sore na aba ne wen ye ja na ofie. What are you teaching them? Dear pa na wo kire wo enye asore ne ba no na ye fe na mum se wo kire wo ba no se eto apenti ya ye konyame anim ye nkire ye master de wo mo mpa ye ba wo ba hwe se de wo ye wa adefa na wo no a eka na koma so asem a kire nyame no ene ye se obi eda nti ye wo nkire mpa ebo no de wo ye na wo ba hwe so ana me boa na me wo ra me nkire wo mpa ebo nya ya me si pray 5 years no ti me bo obi a opeso okohia no school ni nyina me nya abutie tie because ono so ne concern no. Just as when I am praying, say, Unyaminya yen say, on fire uncle, for no on me, by men I'm so almost. I don't so one dear say, tomorrow let the campus be safe for me. Lord, you know, in Piboni BTS, the camera record them the ascend over serious. It's funny. When I will say, oh yeah, kwala, you are easy to be pleased. And your man, who here on a war penny, who here, but I was sending in a winya book.
Yes.
A biom. Make us say when the headship of the home is intact, a better thing. The oye fianity no, maturity, certain standard. Me point say, me might not be the best. Me can be a tyrant or something else. But me di nyame mo do bedo me yire a. O yire ni choice. Just as Papa Sofo said. Remember bebre tenacity. Some between oba. Yes, oba can be so many things, but when it's in love, there is a break. Oba mako se wati nkensenya. Adia wo de be oba no bo nse wakoma. So what you say? Oba can be disrespectful or but say when him physically. Now yefa obidie. I just say na make can start it cause I just say a man one much when so yes, be careful. And you know, a mamu a man, maduma ye easy. But when it comes to what we say, a ma a dog one what na or the clan in the bribia, but bear my dog will not dream.
No correct.
Ahana asam no one to papa of Volcano. This is where I want people who are listening to us to understand. Oba a dog with everything emotion in our dog. There's nothing wrong about that, but guide your emotions, because you need emotional intelligence to be able to walk in that line where you will not actually misplace priorities. But a mema edo what the nagene edi kind edo. Ain't more or less emotionally or more reserved tank. So what you say? Where oba any emotions is all over the place. What makes us different from the man? And I make sure we. And until there are enough senses than the men. We are emotionally inclined. We have more senses than the men. And so what be breeding tea? Nyame say, kona kobre wo ho ase. Aha. And asem no wo me kwabra me ho ase e wo kwan ben so me wo enough senses nti me timi ye keka niam asisi ani saa so na me se me say ade a enu nti na me kan TDJ books bi and there be Morris Morio no me refi papa na wawu no me refi title of that book Bana Okase. In everywhere you go, give a woman chop money. He will make another more friend upkeep money. No, he will make a meal out of it for you. Give a woman a sperms. He will give you children. Everything you give a woman, because ultimately produce the same thing when you give the person trouble. So me to be produce BB dia. And yes, I na woman me trouble. Just imagine what I can do. I don't who say women empowerment for no any abra. And yet the fact say the men can push and the woman loses sanity because ordinary na doni who akodim. Where else bear maybe or otimi for ba as a project case. Me who bear maybe or say assume me the chibeka from. Na ni get that what ye adwuma mema bi te saa ni get that what ye adwuma nyina odi aye show kosi se oku oba na pam wie ye no enhye enye pe na no pe no opeso it is so bema bi gadel ne mind say me gire ya me project they can do it. I'm not saying say a man will not. A man we have enough patience. A man can endure a lot. A man take a lot of crap from men. Man maybe will hokra will you a man be platform so I don't know, so they are to tell it to man. He will tell you, say, I've now become the man in the house. On Saturday, where apart from so oh sorry, that is the man. Ghana ni bema wapon 5 or bebe fie no age wojina a pap bi ne enough every day there were men be a de biara age okotena baabi no nsa obi wo hakra nya nsa ba fe kubo nyan no but oba no akwa adwuma ne maba yakofa nkwala ne ma yesei no twa no ho frɛ. It is about time we change the narrative, because me also who baba bisa say, would you marry somebody like that? When your daughter said no, then there's a question mark. Oh, Baba as a woman, bisa Baba say, would you like to marry somebody like ma'am? And Kwala are brutally honest. Listen to their feedback. It will help you a lot. So when you Kwala, Yesu Christo cry wo ye nyame preko. Ebi say asuafo no say, nkrofo bi say me nyame na won so mo hu me sen. Mo so me say me ye hwan. Once in a while, ask that question. Whether in colleague, friendship relationship, whether in personal relationship, work colleagues, find out, be able to know how people perceive you. Every year when you are making changes, doing things, find out how people also feel about you. And when we say their opinions doesn't matter, but at least it makes you aware where you stand and how you have to share. And maybe sorry, I know when we brave you adeyo. Sa sem we de bia mbusoka. E wo so oba bia hu abre bia mu ni emu adeyo. And na de bia ni emu adom e wo se wo de nante wa wade yimu. Because you know what? Me hwe BBC documentary bi. And akukọ beema. Ye de ne to akukọ ba pen bi mu. Otimi ni akukọ ba no ekobe 3 days no mtimi kobe 10-15 times. Akukọ beema na ye de ne to ma bebre mu. Hey papa, as what 100 na they were counting. And a producer can say, as experiment to the male species and the female species. Have you seen how variety can entice a man? Men like varieties. And Oba, you want to maintain your home, you must be versatile. You cannot be one way. Sit there, be the Brazier 2008 now tono and change in our sister. I say, and so the bride John H.M. Plano now was just sexy Nigerian. Oh, person, let me say holiness. I drew to the point to say, Sadi and you would dream you man. Sister, time on the bride John H.M. Plano, I will more we are manicure. One, yeah, cat about said you are why you say, and yet, here. You must be presentable. Brand ne kwana was 90 and opana walk on. There are days, they are lazy days. I do it in my house. Me catch them specifically catch them in mama because some of your my fan near maybe answer once they will think it's normal. No, it's not normal. Once in a while, it's a pajamas day. I will miss her. And to the whole day, she pajamas, papa, she pajamas. You know, she pajamas. It's understandable. But when consistently they be out, but some she pajamas again. It is a no. It is a no because Brano, if you're a Juma sister, you will be a miniskirt, will be a pant trouser, will be a suit. Ya dress, train now what name buy and sister Nicole or the Tnan Hong Kong. Scent is sensational. Sister, fish now watching and you never 5 no. We went to and the general and a branaba. Opesa Brad John, Ebe Hagel. How does he ask somebody who is smelling like a fish? You tell me. We are being real. This is marriage. Auntie, one who say sometimes, because it's a bear man, now you not enough to say, listen, this is not there is more to my wife than what I am seeing. Yes, a woman say, a woman make me get a flu adwa. And young man, you know, we are eating a boy, yam. Sadiana, Kamia said, I was so be a flu flat. Now, what did that? It's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. It's not anybody who have flat tummy. Fatsha with Trimusa. And Tunenam Esha flat tummy abra. You are mistake. Oh, you will bear me and sack. Yawo a junior man. Would be a true mammy? Would be a true papa? Would be a true wadamful? Now you have flat cry. You're going about looking for flat tummy. And at the end with flat say and body shaming direct and indirectly. After sister, I can't do baby. Every day I do light. They be about this year. Your white body and casa, you don't know when you are exploring a body whether he's in pain, he's enjoying it. You the man, you don't know because it's so more. Sister, I'm not better said the not now. What you don't know, you say a man be dance and because he to be a jaw with trimu da. A big crab yes. We're just waiting for the right time. Ja wo dada ansa no ba beka se awade na phenomenal bra that sister ni jai wo gutiri ma che una wa adwene ma ho so ye enti papa ka se that you can say maybe no obutime de wo your target to bra bitimi dwen kete say sister sika na meware no obeye everything to get attention of sika, and that is how some people marry. I would do anything to win sika. Oh, we need we are, and then what? And then what? But the person who is so matured, at the end, shut down for city baby by Yeshia. We gel, said the sister Sika Ekasano. I like it. Ain't Bible so can say, or doka town from so baby so. Sika might not be perfect, but me who Sika, Makoma Tommy yam. He might not be the perfect wife. Abraham might not be the perfect wife. But say, I was one so who Abraham. Not just an inquiry to me back. Because it's all right to lose his guard around me. Now, while you be not the I was say, who be able like we are mature, unqualified, who was say, who work a certain line be, yeah, we must, it is not right. Sikanim and I'm in quality ba. Let Sika still see me as who I am. Now change then say menya kwala and ne and I'm in quality aba. Or now pick myself up and your friend or don't say I have seen that you are wrong. You've wronged me. But me di nyame mu do anyone na ehwe say what wronging me ya makin what pa me chowi unye biem. Enye prolific offender. If Romo ejakotodweni, there be a some na wakano. Even though say wa complaining say ompe, but papa ne ba ya ne sa tete wo sa na chese wo mu abai wan. Ye custom marriage is for matured minds. When somebody complains that dear we anyamede, do every effort not to toe on that line again. Some of them mempe or rebranded no abe offended you no assign no fuflo o kwa say that nenye sa na yewe eno na emam ye mo say ema no abodate offending no there be what rebranded offending no ebia on no credit wo form no akoka oh na me kai wo na won kai se bra wo boa wanka afi na escalate afi be do baby a oh me kai na say ye o di ntura ma to bo police chimi chew ma de chew. Oh, you're a prolific offender. Oh, no credit gusu form, and you are sinking, and you want me to accept that for the rest of my life in the name of 70%. Listen, my mefa was some betiti wo. Me befa was say ye bobra. Enti titi ye bi wo kwa. Bibi wo kwa e was say ye bribi a ye mienu asine se emwa yen and na ye effort. There's no perfect couple anywhere. The only difference is they've known that we are not perfect, but we want to make it. That is the only difference between one want Diego and one want to me sustain me. I am not perfect. I don't want to me papa sa. I don't want to be to me and I am pa. Sometimes me am it most idea me Abraham recording say and it's no, sometimes I just want to push boundaries. I just want to see how far my husband will go with me. And push boundaries. It brings something out of the man. Or maybe when him said son in a restaurant, also per fish and chips, yeah, they winning. Oh, ban also per fried rice. Or bear man it's more than or shed that fowl sat to diemu, who have a very active. Jebonoka small fried rice say. Jebonoka buy fried rice say. Who saw Bema started yes or Bema ni more thing. I push boundaries. Yeah. And sometimes when they corner show banners are well to make a sister you're nice why one kasaka. Oh, only namas girl you're nice why come up and Shadaka be not sure how he will react. It means that when you are not there, he will do it. So you are aware of who you are threatened with. You know some of the things you are endangering yourself with. You are aware the caliber of the man you are living with. Remember people who have grown honestly speaking. And it's about time. When you marry me, maybe your parent, but when he got the right person, oh, who says I should see where they mean fast sad no. Not just a sister not standard be. Or the boundaries, ya mo chempnano, sister my boundaries be by. And I say it, and yes, sister never better tell us, me to mean to tell. Or opposite and because as a woman power record and yet. And like I'm saying, it's a maybe woman the Mario Pro, or I would do anything. I remember, Bobby, if you are watching me, kudos to yourself. I'm so proud of you. Obia when him Bobby wada brakabiawo or Pema said, you know, he's a nice boy. Ain't a man being so the one who he needs self-discipline. And when he was going to marry Irene says, this is my standard. If you cannot take it, I'm sorry. A woman a girl need to quite ordinary jaho. The almost part of cross in another baby for cry. Because I read the woman to me and braka. But what am I trying to say here? It takes somebody who is determined to change the stethoscope, change the narrative. And you're banning the best sound. You yourself have to know, say, I am not correct enough. That is my stand and my stake.
Pastor, we are and he said, What are some of the things what are some of the factors as I said, you from a male perspective, mo consider and sana mo de akwa mu. The enti bisa question is when people get married, a man they're quick to say, I am the head. Bible say I am the head. As I say ubume, as I say we say, as I say we say. But then comes the time sometimes for whatever reason, things are not allowing him to be the man, the so-called head. And some of the men find it very difficult to cope in that situation. For that period, na bema no ho actually now hold the fort na manu nintino. So that's not what I'm saying. But some men find it difficult in that situation. Yeah, or yeah, Juma, COVID by where Juma, say no ho actually na Juma say. It's already affecting his ego. I understand. He is no longer able to be the head. You would think such a guy would, number one, be grateful to God. They say, when you're baby, what's your brabwasi? I said there are shades, different shades of life. Wa agree say obe kurani kunono na wakata ni kunade jaso in that regard, not to cover him up and provide for the family because isu obenye adwuma foforo biaye. But say a bear money ego, say a humaswo, say a dianyo, a mere money be or they don't appreciate their wives and all that effort that the woman is putting in just to make ends meet and things come together. Bra, some are making a bit amenim se see say. And this is the scenario. The guy had money, he doesn't have money now. Nejuma say, Obana ne kure BBM. Na treatment a bear man and demo obana no crenny yami. And so any cry. It's be person would chramin near momo memano. When you're coming into marriage, what are some of the things you guys are thinking about when you're choosing who you want to spend your life with?
Well, Mr. Ninya Kitwa Bako Bamijano Bisam say or Pako Wari. The Okono and I'm a man, some few scriptures be. Be scriptures, be a woman. I'm a little wants to say our idea. There is a philosophy in it. Marriage, there is a science in everything. Also in marriage, there is a science in marriage. In respect to say all the word of God, there is a science in it. Bible not in the book. Bible. I always try to use the Bible as my yardstick because the wisdom of this life is. Colossians chapter husband, love your husbands, love your wives, and do not be harsh. Do not be harsh with them. Do you know when this scripture comes to play? You prompt to get angry and to talk anyhow. Say, husbands, but don't be harsh. And we are self-explanatory. We is very deep to today and next. Yeah, so funny because sometimes we cannot even fulfill this particular scripture. But Bible say, but do not be harsh. It is easy to be harsh. It's easy to take somebody for granted. When you take you for granted, you become harsh. There's another scripture over here, and this is the scripture I love so much. Or say, we in the pain to move it me fool, but do not sin. We in nipa there, nipa in the bufu, not punching and the bufu, nipa in the bufu. But ubufu no make sure say, ain't generate into sin. Why fire then will go from the main family who can you crave you on tonight where main family who can you for the next 6 months one for you who can't count here. Because why just because in quantum no I'm saying quantum say I who inti Uko kan one ko kan ye madam ebuafunti. Also fa ho kan biom for 6 months. Na madam ti ho obi bawo. Adiesa no na ko da ni dem. Ontimi mbel because osuro. Ode ho ko kawa. On nsaka we chipe. Nyoma be piefu enum no. Into in the bedroom. You say these are scriptures so. And I may be. This is the key. And I say to you, whoever divorces his wife except for sexual immorality and marries another, that scripture then is so has committed adultery. So who are deal with Trimua? Because who jaw area, Babu no more can say who as I was as a worry. You see the magnitude of this scripture. It say whatever is happening in the house because Babu no more can say unye jaw area, uni can say was a worry bium. Ube dad, the Robert defe. You say Uyam Kruman Koya. Na na o tenny. That was the advice I gave to my little brother before he went into marriage. And then with all this philosophy and principle at the back of his mind, to the on time frame and say, hey Martin, and then so as if you a daddy feel, but oh that one will solve it, and they are solving it. 30 years in marriage now. So these are the signs. The signs. And we say science and yes signal, the signs like physics, chemistry, the signs in marriage. These are the principles. You must work with this principle. You have to read the scriptures, understand the scriptures, allow the scriptures to imbibe in you, or say, love your wife, but do not be harsh. Once a man, because Anna, sister, mama can, a man, almost senses need also saying idea. Oba bit me be so question. When my idea be so question, when him answer we're expecting. After a man answer no or show countenance. No say oba is the Holy Spirit. So at yes here. Ye mbema yet say nyame, say nyame de oba vocalo, oba hurricane mbema yet say nyame by mom the Holy Spirit. Omeba no omo teni. So for example, sister can say sometimes our we no ashada no we pushing it to the limit. Oboso when we na Jesus no nyame adum we are growing. We are knowing all these things. The money pushes and they say, oh, I said that. When you say baby tino, we are growing, we are coming. But then you go say, some of us by the grace of God, generation a woman, any exposure, any yen so nyamia do ye intending, ye think cry in term near home. Madam Mama Casini concerning say a man, memory per varieties, any apa. And your pastor oba wa de bia no or say de bia no o perfume so sim say baby powder no abo baby powder kakra we say baby powder ohia kaka enko abrim we say usanyo man so teachings we nyina e wo ho wo say ye we say na kwa say it's not too late for yen by your manner wo mo ba no. I think this is the time for us to impart all this knowledge into them so that James and even though if we are still married for 45 years and not 20 or 30 years, now say the ups and downs, the graphic was so sharper. Man is supposed to be very smooth. Their joy in their marriage is our success. Because we never had this opportunity. Bible no say scripture no say. And the last the sister she can say. Me say me worry me wife and I say me worry madam you matter Bible man must have iPad man because iPad it is much easier to even look into get straight into the scriptures and know the variety of scriptures that goes with marriage. But Bible nankasa there we Genesis no you have to go for what a concordance, right? 2 hours for now unya scriptures for your situation, you know. When you be a prayer warrior, now when you be a what I call prayer meetings, you quote scriptures, you know what you good dream, and no crying, you quote what you good dream, but you have not taken the time and the pain to read it to really understand the scripture. But so when you have iPad, no, happiness in marriage, scriptures in Naba. That's a wow to me butre. When you butre, when you so back up catch a Holy Spirit say, Mammy, understand, you know. Wow, the word dream to why you understand it. Because it is self-explanatory. We have the friend international very good news Bible. We have the Concord. Now there's an explanation. You are breaking into different books. We don't have excuse. Our you need excuse. I also be our rating here from. Mama can say be said. Remember, na say Ghana, na say remember no so insanumuna does too much. Last meeting say papa bi Osofo bi no or say Netanyahu of Israel. My extension so say remember no Ghana your bitters no is more than 50. Obada bitters, Bedo bitters, umami bitters, mukoye no kusande bit. And now you see, scientifically, no, is there any bitter to prove say I deal with no man side effect, you know, any too dangerous into your body, Anna? We say I deal no so that bet me call round 2, round 2, round 3. The next 5 years, no, round 1 it has affected your spends. You see, when we spend. Maminka assembly. The cousin, I catch them so after some years of back, is it dissectomy or whatever it is?
Vasectomy.
That's how they call it. Okay, but I'm telling you, you don't have to do that. Also, so that Obano on fire fundium. And I'm saying you don't have to do that because though health-wise from family planning, me certainly some scenario be 19 before the First World War, Papa B. During no a Jew, but no Germany, and our case into Jew for the breed. Rally fee and both two in back, and then the 3 children, and then the wife will be a weird. Hanging, but by the grace of God, he had hope and then remarried again. And a movie called Australia. And on invented teacup. Sa teacup na ye didn't know on invented sa teacup. Australia no one a jabe to fee. A man fee 6 no na erimina a jashu bia mo bia wi. And now after that no, he found himself in the United States, you know. And also a worry view. Oh yes, sir. How do you call that thing?
Vasectomy.
Ubi ni much na. What could trust idea? And then mana on call a normal bibi betimi esi. Mun yina mo betimi o wife no man yina betimi to kwan say wo mo call atibubu bibi akosina obi akọ judiri. That also happened to that gentleman. In case papa no koye sa dissect money in 1929, me sure say and then the man won you know have those kids. Nti nyoma bi ekoso e wo Ghana ko wodi nyoma bi hyehyɛ mu tiri mu ne ka ho. Yankopon boy wan kase yankoye sa dissect me no. You should know when to visit your wife. You should know when to even have sex with your wife. You should know when to even put your because obani yem no a cycle be. There are times that a do some period where you're safe. Na ada new semba. You usanya manu na will say I deal with it ye it should be part of the curriculum. We're not leaving it only for the teachers to do, but we as mothers and fathers, we have to also do all these things. Because at the end of the day, their success is supposed to be our joy. And now, I will say, the word no, man can say preaching. To see how Ghana preaching that doesn't sing word no, the preaching and the prophecies are too much. Word no, also with me throw back. Genesis John 3:16. Explain it to me. Your child should be able to explain John 3:16 to you and then give you other reference quotation to buttress that. That is what we need now. So, the problems need here. It is starting first from the house of God. The problem is starting first from the house of God. Young girl of now has been brainwashed. Last meeting, we catch them some one person and coupon and first can go account woman. And I'm saying, hi. Obi to be back so be dance, and I'm saying, no coupon is can go to account. No, what reporting a police forces standing to your account when you're there. No. Because who says the key, your account near zero is red. Or buy $2 million shemame. And you would the first thing you're supposed to do, you have to be a patriot. You have to go report the case to the police. What about showing normal testimonies in your coupon discussion account normal? Nankupon beat me, but first, you need to be civil. Report the case to the police. When a bear, sir, you are in trouble. Our arrest them and make them. We are in trouble. Also, for I'm saying it the way it is. Inti, see, Okwa warrior moi. Also, who say, the man, because of almost senses, sometimes almost hard, almost be questions. Sometimes obati be so question Okwa why do you obati me who say what down for where they be obefia no mpe wasem but who ni because they be Okwa no atojo tama why we ndi unu so do but who wife me to me who say papa we emboa me nti akwesi sa nyankofe de utimi je be boa me pa na wo buefu when have I stopped you from going to your friends? Why are you telling me? But you say I say men are like boys. Men are like boys. But thank God for the new generation of men that are coming up. My age group, we are learning. We are braving. We are braving what is happening out there. We are teaching. That's just yeah. These are the examples I'm the man. Also, who say Okwa warrior more. It means side with you because side with you, Bible now man who say it's how we be. Roman Catholic father, but my father say yes, we Jawa and yes, but Bible and say you know. It is one who say Okwa warrior more so free mountain come be man. You come and waka ho no than where in here because at the end of the day, we are not here to please the pastor. But we are here to please God in heaven because we will be held accountable. We'll be held accountable to any decision we've taken here. Amen.
Antiska, let me say, question I'll be sir, Papa Sofono. I'll add my stake to it before we tackle another one. Say na ubisa say, how come say ebu owana be management say Obana is doing everything to help. Yes, it is true. Sister No might be doing everything to help. But Ebia, a kwanya or faso yeno. Obama Bia have an ego. Che, yes, see, kona kobre wase. It is not enough, say Bermano. A mema, who be so Berma, one of the things of their personality is the kind of job a man does. Eti Obama boni danger wa the next time ye juma wa. And also, me accountant, me say. So at the bino, psychology Becca says, sad the biny feel why something about that man. Why jibribi every nipano eho. Enya obani faulta, but oba wo yenyansa no. A brochile na ye wono. What you should do, you can do the transfer into your husband's account so that he will give a home child. My sister, you might be doing everything, paying the mortgages and everything. But remember, previously, the money was going through daddy's account. And not quite enough. He has been taught only to put is a breadwinner. And I saw a statement now you catch it one, which is true, is the breadwinner. And when they shame it to him, ne science, menka say, come massage ni ego. Na mum, me pesa ya wadi ejina. Me say, I am doing my best. Find out what the man is feeling mentally here. The man might be depressed. The man might be having a psychological breakdown. Tibiano attitude now, woman, yes, I not here. And Juma say, people grieve when they lose their job. In the midst of the grieving, attitudes, the behavior be show up. They are easily being, they are restless and chana ni buafu. obema adwuma say ya ne temper wo soro so ade a ye ka de sere kra no na de ntokwa aba o yo be nyansafo menka se unye nyansafo but de make can say I want to have my home. I want to still enjoy my marriage. Dear na ye den say wa koso eti aba na afa wudi beto obi account mu ana so obama nipa ko na take control kakra e wo sika no so eye den it is tough because wa koso eti aba you want to put your card in. The more you are doing that, you rob the man's faces. Remember, say, I've told you, say, something goes on. Unexplanatory emotions goes on. Sometimes it's angry, say, ebia mistake a krebi or yeah, I've come about to say, we're losing a jumano. He's thinking, I could have done something better. And out of that, seeing you, or maybe a grass, or barnacle up and down. I say, or feel say, me jam brain in our mammy. The anger is not towards you, even though we know anger. But a bufona air cosono, and ya woo per se na nibu fu ne ho, and the only thing he can do is melt it out on somebody. And this is real consultancy. Amedima obe biya was our situation. Thinking say your husband does not appreciate. Say I. Wa unya juma me nkwana me koba enso wo muame anger na ukunu exercise no. A psychological thing is going on. Is angry for the fact that as the head of the home is not able to provide for the kids. Or maybe when something is emotionally they are disturbed that they can cry. And the other coping mechanism be you are a man, brave it up, but he can't brace it up. He's angry within himself. What you say? And na mijina tell it to man for moot ya. How would your husband still maintain his dignity? You will not rub a face into it. See a jinani pemwa your coffee station una wuchiaka bibia una wu card. Yes, as a home you have a budget. You have a budget. So at least budget the editorial bills no intentionally put some of the money in his account and then for direct debit to an account him said na onye oye adwuma na oye na. It goes a long way. A friend is psychological reverse. It makes the man think say, yes, I am still in control in some way. So what you say? And maybe ya compassion, yes, wapre because unkwana ukwa adwuma. It is true, wapre. A genuine concern say you are tired and yes, but the way I better tell what you bear man. Oh, yes, sir, or bear may be an acoma yemra is an a no watching me to me, you cry, mamma, and family home canoe. And now it be a said, you'll be actively and sexually be participating or branding to say you are not participating. One cassa or bar, they be our break. Like your language, you to say me, hey, my bro, when you bear me be a war one butra. I am tired, me yebi, me a make catcher of yebi, meaning the American so only say no correct. And yes, I wash that. A beer to me pain, meaning side the bino and hunsun so. And sometimes, set yes, oh yes, submissive no. One say or software air can say in conduct. In conduct, it means that me da di yomuno. It was some submission issue. And ya me koto near tietia so. Nemum say, even though say I have the power to even do certain things, still me didn't marry my yobemano. Bebreme who has to say, Sikano, I mean, I'm a coyene, but daddy, you rent to one wine. What should I catch my shadow the direct debit, after our account to Sikano, a womb. Said the beya, say every week, your man kwalane pocket money. That in a net de mawon, all of a sudden, mommy de man kwalano, and kwala does not understand. They will automatically warm out to the person they get things from. And this is where the trick of the trade is. Give it a go. For Sikano to my pan account, and yet now lockdown where beya, who is Sikano to you guys, if you are you want to have your mean time, have a clear head so that you can do things. I does that sometimes. Say you guys should go out, go to the shopping center, buy something for yourself, £10 each. Another disorder mamuska. Even though na you wa usika, and yet yes are the buy. What you say? So you might be doing it, but on what grounds? That in year you may be you, and yet time you jina ni pemuno, and a you bank card amano. that the near Jumabium, and ye yakwa sorry no, and one now was it sika money be. Or near Jumabium, and yet oka bibia winning, one hour yenti, debi. You know it, unim, but measure that you come. I'm a think take its course. Submission or honor. I know it. I have the right to do everything, but yes, still, me breme once was aqua. A yet thing, the American ma be bring to me yet. I broach the form ma be ain't to me yet. But submission, no, a honor seminal one. Those who are smart, no, that is why their marriage is still intact. A one on the country, and to obi wa nikunu. Especially, I've seen so many people. They walk Scotland, hey, baby, a book where may book na den buy. We have book sense. Only business a UBR, only business tactics BR. Or banny mum on any school, no, or no word because you have different sense, you can do a lot of things, be versatile, do other things. And you or your professor doctor wine. Professor doctor, you who do my mind. And who do my mind? But sister no, egusu edine support work and no, and there is light in the tunnel. Just that the man haven't hit baby was oil onya ye. And sister no, ya toka your mortgage. And so that in it ya, sikana ya the manner. No, the bia to papa na account now direct debit still goes there. Mama daddy sikaka kra, or the better no who better full until you see you do filling station hono. Because after all, at the end of the month, you're in full to do a yeto. So what you say? So we yes, son, your men, remember, say, and you're now lockdown, or bear man so back unity. Copper brain shop to groom herself. And also, no watch the ninty. As I say, Papa, de be I will Sakura, or you Sakura, and you know, so good yam. And so maybe I would do my say, not that the mouse come out with you. That the kobo offering or come Mr. and Mrs. Yan train could do a sort of hope. Now watch your sister Grace, baby, yan yenesa. Make for when you poo. You might be doing everything. Son, I'll be catching. But Bisa who said this approach, have you been able to do it? Because a yet then I do be a kitten yamian, said your papa nekam. And nothing I yeka say, who quit you yamia someone, whom to me, yes, papa can say. Nyame so chira wadi jaye papa so for go so person o san ba so bi because me wo sa trust me ya ye kita ye ya na ye keka ne sa kamia kwa akoye se awade na sini tira ase kura ade ne nko yie kura was compulsory by force metena ho in the name of say nyame chira wadi jaye ba masem ye ba akope sa chiro ya ye kita ya Bible say Deborah no ye priestess of God. Na oye nyame difo ba o yo srani ya no ne nkrofo kwako o wo nyame afa na chese onim nyame enso no wa worry a foolish man tie English no mo use ye no. He was married to a foolish man. He ended up leaving that foolish man, marrying somebody else. And he said, "Yeah, na ye be ye na michira wadi jaye." And so na sister nivu, the man is only physically abusive, but emotionally, psychologically abusive man. Oh mo, some man no kasa. Me dia me mo wa na wo beko. Obedi wani. Na no so no. And no Bible if I say, mentena ho na yenkum yansa na in the name of marriage. Bible if I say, mentena okosi se mebo dam. If you say unim, nyame intent. Enya physical nyama na nkrofo hu no. Nyame ohwe the intent awode yade no. I believe so. Because obviously if you are married to a foolish man, you will die before your time. Deborah saw that. He had to, at a point, intercede for the husband because of his foolishness. And I believe kudos to that Deborah. Because as at that time, no, I'm sure that scripture was still valid.
Sister,
it was all right for him to leave Nikunu to marry David. No, it is the intention behind.
Sister, wait.
Yes, darling.
That situation but when this any partner offers formula, yeah, what But the thing that is sister name one na ekwa adwuma standing in na bredi kunu ema ekatana deja so se na me kam. But on say meme bi nso wo honom a they know the difficulty of the situation. COVID ye nyina ya anticipate ye kra no ye nim say 9 months 1 year bi de na ekọ. You were 2021, my sister. Wow, to UK ho. I don't need to tell you more. Well, who send me near Mekon? A young quack, 2021, or at least maybe the first half of it, no. A repetition of 2021, 2020, no. That's I said, this thing is prolonging. And yes, Obanim ran huasi, Obanin katabema na dejaso. It is easy to do in a short term. But if you have to do this progressively, 2 years, 5 years, adding, and me a first thing. But secondly, no, I did akofa when you na banning in an say. Bema ni free say, me that my stressed out, my frustrated, me do my basa, sikani ni ho. First, nana incomes ni ye no say I abako, ni na do ba so, or ye, or katawa dejaso, and not complaining. But asem wa akofa asem naba, and memoa kasa memo so for one swap them because he needs to tell us a memo. Baby, I genuinely feel because me in my mind and maybe to yours, it doesn't make sense. I feel na be man ko holidays akese was se wabre. Enti oba ni sika no a wodi ama no a wodi edi hwefie no. We twa ticket ko Ghana say wabre I stressed out. Oba na wo ye adwuma for the last 18 months. Ansa ko a COVID beba na adwuma se mi siye. Oba ni complain either. Woye na said the bia se ba katawa deja so. But sister, when I would see our dear be say, yeah, we very best to cover up for him and everything. Then he gets up to say, oh no, I am stressed out into coffee, sister. So I say, we no.
Sister, the woman say, like you are saying, sister, say, oh yeah, but endurance to do it for longer term no, will be a problem. Now with a matured mind, the man or bear my water for no, a matured mind. For a whole you are very unproductive. Whatever a professional wikita say ya call it should tell you say COVID recession ebebe and your job wako hu school and who adwuma na wubenya say or your matured mind. I have seen somebody who have a PhD or have a master's degree. Now the master degree, and who adwuma maye na oye Tesco's manager. For the meantime, so that I will be responsible. It might not mean much. It will bruise my ego kakra, but it is of the view say, let me tell you something. Me my sister, or engineering skills. At a point in time, none juma assay, and as a black man, rat racing with the higher positions with other men, and not the same occupational level, no, especially ewe brutally, you better obi okita British passport than use somebody ebi okita indefinite. At a point in time, my husband, ahomachi was abna cleaning cry want to do it because obredodo. E yeme na meka se me peneso ana me peneso. Afe bebia na yedru wa abrabo mu no na eyeden because na me health nso hu hia papa no. Enye me mantema no anka nkyere no. But ohwe se de mabre ne nkwalai ene ho osabna cleaning kura mekwa akoye. I don't mind. Me, I don't mind. And ya brochre na maba. Me buy na menye engineer na menye hwan menye mini occupation na apra na meye. That is when the man yearn my heart. Because for him to come up to down. Yes, start me can say, I wadia to me do shakone be a wadia na beme ko wadia and some was radie, or wadia or baby we are not attacks aba. Nasikeni or bear man in sebu beam, or bear man and your bear man, what bunny trimo posse. Many are some stable bra. Well, now for 4 hours, Tomo Mujin best start. Now cry Charlie, who are the girl you class and Yamaka and Echo form. Ebi wo kwa no wa adwene na wo kasa. Ebi wo kwa wo nanfofo no wabusuafo ha whispering into your ears. Your mother-in-law is in competition with you. Why? Because on wade wo no na wo kunu o ma ne maame na ye ne priority o ma ne sika. Oba wade wi enye oba ne na ahye usika na emum usikasem akofom. So oba nyansafo ne se me ye bribia e wo se me kai emre bidru o ma brabo mu a na me maame owo me bro nya so me ntumi ama me tika ba masse ba de afi bia na odan ne ba no me ye out of love for my husband eye me kunu a me do no na me kata na deja to enti na me yesa me kunu so emre bidru o ma brabo mu a na me kunu enhye da ni nkrata ba me kunu senkete se meye de betumi bia sa me yira blam rekwa benya nkrata yanka nche nipa bebreba nipa ba ku mienu a ye je won di senka wonya me som wo soro kra ni won di sa nkomo no obi fa kire be ka kire me kunu se he wagi mi woni bi ukoye bia ma oba na me kunu se minim oba na me ne nete da me saka me kata me ka kire me kunu se I will do everything in my power for you to do well because intensi many aso be me na. This is love. Matured people marrying against the odd. This is not the time we go on holidays or bra coronavirus or craba. And to one me who say, me kona me kotiti coronavirus. That man is still a boy. It's hard time. Somebody say our good company of friends are catching the sebra. Where Juma say the. But it is all right. A year brochire crania wono. O pe a form for my juma be ya. Obi amfa wo ho sa. Obi amfa wo ho sa. Yes, I am not there. I am your wife. But in as much as you want me to massage your ego, I can massage it to a certain point in time. When you have me, my brabo hu hiyan. Yanko holidays or bra now is only a single income. Utiri modern. Utrimu adembra akwala na wode nkwala na ye temper tantrums sa sikani ni ho but he still want to do the same thing the lifestyle you want to keep no sikani ni ho and sasa your holidays it is all right. About 4 years ago na me kwando holidays ba na me nyaya meko because me am to say ba na me tete na me sisi primu na e was say your friend say oh yes sacrificial love in the relationship. And no na ye friend odo enya de mi so hu me karasa me da bi eno de no na ye bonus odo ne se ahohiahia bremu me ne yo ne made banya me ye no e kire nya me do odo pa ne se ade na ekoso no entwa yi emema mutie me muntie me because COVID yechi a lot of men are going to lose their job and bring your ego down. This is a strategy for men who are in diaspora. Oh yeah, Juma were backless. Backless are finding ways doing banking system online. No more physical one. Ain't baby Juma be say. Oh yeah, Juma were call centers. Where Juma be say because COVID di ba ye mu bebre mu nkwa Juma kakra na mo kono so no. Wa who said ye kofa. Hoteliers. Omo Juma be say COVID di ba ye obi ati omfie. People are now going to think, now say man to kwankrana me Zoom meeting. I say the companies are going to think, say there's no need to bring delegates from Ghana to Abuja. Montana mo Ghana honey Zoom meeting. Into certain facilities your husband used to enjoy. Emma unya flight tinemu echa self ebejai. Things are going to change whether you like it or not. It is up to the couples and say that your system how it is not like that, and we have to find another way of living. Another way of living is say, as a young man, yeah, go social video, my baby was a situation, and I am standing here to tell you, this is a subject every man or platform be a factor. And let me tell you, what's the word domia? And you will near anyhow, I only believe no, and next let me say what dummy. Being sexually active, it means some in our public, it took care, muno, and no, and Shadam was I would took care, we never turn front at the end view. It is nice, but then into the end. But near my way, yeah, and mother, I near my own will be saying, I buy yen sono. And the children say, what gentlemen? And the children say, what gentlemen? Enti saa de ban we koswa enche na sister no abemu abu oye no 1 year 2 years anu na abemu abu na mom wadwuma betumi asɛ 5 years ba said ye won sister ne betena na oma abrabo ne ye mmerema no emma ne sister ne mpo nche brese ono nko ana de income ba. This is where you men get it wrong. Wadwuma asɛ Medwaja hwa kwa adwuma 12 hour shift aba ana 16 hours aba. The whole house is in a mess. So one kwa adwuma and you are not also not productive. Say e ya wo na wo ba ya no ma ye fie saa. Anka wo bi abete menka. What are you doing? Menka se chinchini e twan. As if you are spot on. But at least minimum bia asama ye can the I'm passionate about it and say this is the lot of complaints that comes into our inbox. And it's all because a lot of women have married boys. They refuse to take their responsibility. And now this secret to table as one mammy, abrochra what you cried and shut a crown for secret to table so sad. A camia be say abrocheno, so be she a nipano akwan to uma, nipakono nanus was soon a jadia dadao. The woman is independent person when you met her. Who be sure you are going to masan the dynamics, how the dynamics change, no. And you want why form free Ghana, no. And now because mentality same not bent, he still have the Ghanaian mentality working with you. Be brain no cry, no. I do free Ghana, no. And ya na ya drink say because Jahina ya that saw me be brooch na me no. And they work in that dynamics, yeah. But you marry somebody who was already in abroad, or ten hunase, or ten flat, and remember the request ya man, they move from Onfa Oberman or banning Conifu, or Berman moon, a free in fear, but no banny fee. And so no, ewo a mania quansono. Or Berma echo or ban a con cunuchre, same way, I deal with much lecture that. One moon show me videos, I've done this teachings about 3 years ago. Ewo a camamre mono. Or ban a concunu chile. Say in our modern world, no, yasesano. Say a mamma a quanyir in chile. Eh, to qua and pano or quite no what to ask what down our position be an order. Oba wabobani space. Etina mube breno subconsciously on can, but I dear way at the tour, or the far or the tour. We just see no banning the tour. He's telling you, say, it said the Clamor Johnson on his space, or was space be a no you're comfortable. Akonyano swafia one if you be me would yanka position I would say but wo ba ya sister no position I would say he won't switch for you enti ema bebre instead say ewo said ye da asaware for kra bebre nim say there is a method there is a method we need to sleep as couple omo nim say position I da as couples spiritually it means something enti ema bebre awade no instead say obema no beda anim na ono oba no ada akire no kra bebre anim because empa no no aneto e be open order in the name of say me charger e wa ha no empanifo say oba ekọ nkunuchire enti wodam akunu achi na the spiritual significance of that thing say obi nimu na otie mia de enti e wo say wodam nkunuchire ne say Nyamese obema yetire. There are some physical spiritual attacks be a eba. Sebema edda uda beri mechia. The impact anke wase ebo no because bema no etumi ekata also. Sa se bi ye ken obo mako school e book long for and ye wani me nkum. Unya baby na I say upenkum. Obo kasa. I remember saying I went out with some of my girlfriends and I make kasa topic. And obi say sister pa. I just a one person that baby I saw to me that I'm see baby. Baby. Opa kobisa obia oye pani bia. And I say obia wonim amane ne amamre. And yama be say it's correct in our system. But your sister no, and the reason why they were doing that was like everything, it had its own challenges. And sometimes as couple, challenge be bamoso. Enti ma bebre anase mema bebre musika sam ayebasa because the way, the order of the day, no matter. And we are doing things upside down. So what you are saying? I'm not saying say oyere wo die now kutu kotena na so it is bad. But yet if you know, let something as obano because obema na yetire man signature emna efie hobi. So what you are saying? You may say I'm cancel flat. And I want to kunu tia. color of wallpaper near the crama or Berman ideas emremubi. Some more better now. I was said be a deco near Sessa. Pano said you're not a seawall, Cofobebre Empa, our middle of the room. It is wrong. It is wrong. Sad Dubai, a bam sika, me connect to Wama or penny quadrotre. I can want some that, but that was long, old videos, maybe. This one is a penny quadromafo, UK. Me share that in a platform so. And no better or church a money and your mamre into or nyano or twenty boise, etchetera. And now all can say, I was set a busian pebia, and now what a formpa, a carabine. Now the entia, I was set a carabine say. The or church to the point to say, I was set a what buying home. Now obey my dead name, no bad dead tree. The sentence said that is your security. With security, they say, on yam obey my tree. Now there is a covering. Said you nyame say ukunu ye wani onyam no there are some akibia oba no beto ani onyam na ontimi enko enmontra eni onyam bi wo be ma bi so a wonya hwe ma but oyo de hye preko pe wonyame animu a ogina nyame na be ma ne gina nyame anim kronkron ye mu a there are some impact bi wo ba mo so a wo oba ne wonya e ma be bresi kasama ye basa because wa check the headship no afa. Enti empano so kura or the anim. To say financial attack and eba must say some kind of make me no example. Financial attack na eba. Esan say what this to me di no we person would dinti. It me heto just be to me ba. It might not be your finances, but the bia money bia. The impact is so much. You be sound say, I say me cool way, no my cool way, me ye way, no my ye way. You know what? Check the way you sleep with your husband. Don't just sleep. He's the head. Obi ye be kan women organization we be ka say oda ha na ye den debi. Saa de we yemfa bukusem nko ho. Yemfa wa adwen tra na ye wo say bibia na what the man can do a woman can debi yemfa no nko ho. We ebi aye honhom mu asem a age se obi nya adage e kyerɛkyerɛ. Age se woto onya pani bi ka ho abakosem kyerɛ wo. Na ma wo ya why informed decisions. But many of you, the mattress you are even sleeping on, over the toy. Sabra been a Toma sister, no, and I will be there. So Sabra no Toma sister, no sister, Niviana, there. So also all aqua in the chile, oh, no, Kunupon, Wako there, chile, na bribi ba, at Yanse room. So what you say? And mamma be brave at the Fudienti, who call your mattress, net that sister and Panasono, and one August to that so 9 years in your what is sister. No, on to a mattress at the Bemena. Onto awa wusum yada 9 years ni awuko sister ni fie ho no mattress na sister ne da so ni suja de ebremu won wa abefro no woso ehwan won sesa ho da se de okoto ayi cancel flat no okoto no saa na tie akonwa na wusimu no sugar daddy bi ne toye sister ni hwe din wabusi sugar daddy ne kwasea Oba na wa bet them. Opa sotna sugar daddy ne etna no sisters e bi odi abufuo ne ja sugar daddy. Odi abufuo and be because you are not aware. Sometimes men be strong and courageous. Be strong oh. Gather your man. Me say abrabo na ye kon ye ku wotirem. Enti se wo wadwene ensipo. Wan me na ye papa. I wish above all things you live in good health and working. Tadie bia me ye bia no e wasem hu se edane kwam. Yes, I want to watch me ma obedi oba nsem ne fie na akwa ba ukoye no wo do signature akoho. Why ye bribi a kire se wo pese I check the hairship as a man me pese me gina me nan so se berima. E wo mu anu asesa couch. E wo mu ana wasesa empa. Honey, I want us to change our closet. Yes, in Tadiani people were papa in a toy, you'll be credit card near dear chi. Aye, that's it. I know where the man from Flamuna Cofano. Yes, Shannon, need to know a pejana, ye, you say now, friend, and son of a Italian and a sister will be a toy. And Tina, make church set a man who concludes the Nasa Chileno. Or Bema was swan what dear no, I was so fear with them. Oh, one power that's so. Oh, baby, I would do with Tito because. Menya kwanya I think with time out match and pem and passo any ye demo and near my Odofo saa niema we okọ marriage counseling 6 months o counselor no kan a journey you are going for a lifetime. What people don't know say that is when I need a counselor. That is where you need the help of a counselor, because that is when reality is hitting you. And then the counselor who is matured, who have had experience, tips and signs will tell you, say, listen, I think our bad game. Now, no expectation. I just so a lot of us, the expectation now you want. It was too much. What a shock! Now, and yet she said, you will be as excuse me to say, we have married foolish women, and some of us have married foolish men. Simple as that. We were looking at the physical attribute. The papa no ye fine so boy. But didn't make you a year will be able to two papa. Aye, sister said the almost upon to cry in my essence. Hey, I'm gonna need bar with Mistress or Santan Klein or your engineer. No, Aquafano. Sister Sikawa, Sambia, Suma Sambia. I just saw another shed them. Aye, only Abraham require shed them. A dear be woman who I Jimmy no was the them and son I'll be who. Yes, there's a lot of things. Young papa ni young mammy momo yen. Almost so winning, but they don't know us. And your spouse, no, and him, and Nuntina, only Obama, what get on the mind so be warren. Yeka about say Obana yana famu biadiano, or Berima, yes, your ego is there. I will massage it. I will try to conform. May try some but you yourself must come to a place and say, yes, I have to take the headship. Or be a CEO or a company when they accuse you first. As a CEO of a company, said your papa of Wakano, say company be bar. Well, now your head will be online first. You take personal responsibility, say. This is not the time we go on holidays. Lockdown, ya be member be Ghana. Oh, we are your milk. Oh, no more wine. Bra, oh, ba. Now when you stroke, you say ya. Well, baby, do so baby 15 when you stroke because what do I get diagra? What bole lemusa? Bra, when you stroke, baby, when I'm made 2030. Now, say you best start in holidays. Now say na me ma best start stroke when when you out ya kunwam enya flight ni na long haul you cannot go to me Finland na me ko Canada you do beje fie na pekera ama hwe de me hwa wo unyo ba ni tirimu ya den ya ade ya no wampe wo ja wo ni tirimu ache there 20 years or train say stroke na ba that is his ticket. But I know somebody who has lived a good healthy relationship with his wife and papa no enya Parkinson disease. Multi-neuron disease, sorry. Just say, as an neck penalty say a year, Juma. And so, mamma will carry the husband everywhere. On my character, piano couldn't push. No, because I feel good. I've had a good life with this man. Through this man, I have a doctor in my home. Through this man, I have a psychotherapist in my home. Through this man, me back there. As at that time, I knew the woman. Now the last born, engineering, Aberdeen. Now me was London. Now my mini piano kunu, baby. I am proud to show my husband off. Me if I mean ye nyami kunu makera, baby. What the papa ne ba? I obenam hobe wana. Because adofo ne beja no ne maami wu ye wa kwantuom ne nafofo beja nti eto obi e wo se woko na okọ no onya ne kunu wodam odofo age se be ma woni oba na tena brabo papa ansa no watimi ayesa ama mi wo hwei a me ne mo kasa yi ma no susim na so but mo amuni mo social media bia nim se me ka me no kore se me kunu why? Because I know the kind of life I've lived with that man. It could have destroyed some marriages, but we have survived. We've been through certain things. I went to the young I knew say you were Ghana and Kayawadi cry will be more. We will just say, I think at least Yamiabum and Kadia Kope Juma. And now certificate extra baby papa de kibinya. But sometimes when the dynamics of life are going to throw things at you, hey, owa bemu, yade drama bemu, san yema ye chimi man krofa what they say na ebia bayen so na ye gusu gina ye na so it should tell you And this is what American farmer Mrantie bi amabaso. Don't be too quick to put on the ring because it comes with additional responsibility. Your conduct, so that I'll be able to laugh. Your conduct, so that I'll be able to be submissive. Your conduct towards me might be able for me to submit to the letter. Because when there is love, submission is so easy. When you show love, what is love? Cry in the first place. You have long suffering, you have patience, all those things you have, and then the money you love. So you cannot just practice one, the erotic part of life, and think it's okay, and leave all the rest ingredients. See a young one, and don't just come and no. I'm not here to massage your ego. I am here to provoke certain men because some of you, you are becoming jobless. Jobless. It is the reality. But it is up to you to say, because I am headship. It means to say, it was some cleaning job. It means to say, was some juma and no pona me pe. Now, mom, said ye beya, me babarima, sorry, and now say ye pay 15 pounds. Aqua school dinner. Me yere enko statistics and enko benefit. Sa de banya baby catch one you say koka say we a single parent you see because ye can ye guswa ye can some men are present or yes sir man yere dia hometia koka say I am a single mother because I'm a person you know what you broach go and say to the authority what we don't know. They say we are pushing our wives and our children to a system which is not helping us. And that is the bottom line. So what you broach the strategy no men set up. Woman will get it deliberately. My water not all say young wadi bimuno, but I will go awadiano. There are certain things that you are control my your fool say your fire who do know. Yes, and Yama will be a say a home homo and I give you how start to say, yeah, not to me be assumed. My catch I'm saying, can I say Facebook, Sanyama will mean find you. But when discussion come into this pointer, I need to tell you the truth. It is not all right, say. Oh yeah, your friend is saying married couple. Now you intentionally one will go and say that I am single. Bra, indirectly what go our no. And don't say our ni go easy because evidence be anywhere say yeah what for son na ope wa brabo. Son na ope wa brabo. Aye, chabroche for bebre, Italy for bebre, Germany for bebre, Germany no bit me with 10. The system is looking after the woman. And so every year, be our sister, what can I say? Now, when yammy, there be you. A branch can be a woobedy. The Bible church the benefit to someone to Yamina Mebabeka. America one is rather unfortunate, but they're no crown a tax one wine to gram crowns money at the Mokrans moya another. Tax returns in tea will be to make us say, at the end of a sakura was here, yes, sir. I wish you did you woobedy. Now it have its consequences. And we see.
What shall be?
What mute no?
Me can say you've spoken a lot of wisdom. Okay, blue money me the past to say. Obama Juma essay crowd bad to me discato Obama account just to create that impression before the kids at home say Papa is still taking care of the house. Before we bring wisdom now wash here. But me make say as a man Obama Oba, according to the scriptures, is a helper. Now, Obi a helper, no, or wow. Iti, and sister can say the COVID na 19, over bridge, my best say. America has started. Ntina, nipa uwa, also Danny. There is a principle of Krumha. Among some few friends, most of my friends know me American phone. America, any a year human saving in say at least the next 3 months the mortgage and now the rent there. And yeah, a baby your friend Santa.
Correct.
3 months mortgage and now the rent the she be a friend Santa and the 2 crown pound Santa. It is a way you master I so for the next 3 months there was some leeway be oh baby I may tie set example be say in punching cry and then a ponchi la wa ponchi a man ponchi na ponchi mu huri ebuo no huri buo ko nwurem wosene papa ne say he mo kwachi ne ponchi ne tani o adan okope bibi di but yen nipa yetime trans obema betime atrans for 6 obema wejuma say within 3 months no you have to bounce back. You might not get exactly there. Oh yeah, answer near Pamo no yeah. The oh yeah answer would you say, but you can get something lower than that. Yeah, say also the kakra so madam you know until you get your original. Inti minimum you be a debemi advocate say in Berman there according to the scriptures no. Mona Yankopon botana shamonsa. Them my minimum near sisters near manum near yirmudian. They are helping. Obama say, wo untimi fa eyi kenten esi so enkoto ntus. It will not work. Obama untimi enkoto mbo flute. Obama untimi fa ntuma enfesi so enkoto. Into Obama there you have to be very dynamic. Also timi wo akwentum also timi hu say edwuma ne betimi asesa. E na hanso so you be man so nye man so. You have to be proactive. You have to be ahead of your time. And then you should be expecting it. So now, business, you should be. You see, when you quit dream, I always see it as my last day at work. Anything can happen. Now, no matter have to move up the boom. Me could do a dream and boss. I am so. My time so we have to terminate your appointment. And I shake them. I'm happy because I'm going to have the opportunity to stay at home, to rebrand myself and launch deep. And most of the time, me rebranding and me launch deeper, me go higher. Me in case you see me betting fintina, my betting finna me to do re mi fa so ana la su la na utiko debi. Because akora nde o medidi o. They have to eat. It's so better petrol go one top petrol and go ken matan two. You understand? In Kolandi by Yari or hospital. Into Bema dear, Mekan Tete or say you have to be thinking ahead of your time. Namia Brumna say, Namisu Shrow, no ma or bar or ye Jumani near the ye mammy. Namisho Bema no or bar. Say, yeah, mamma, only a cassia or wisdom or ye money nisu edia. You don't take her for granted because they be out the mountain. Also, why Pascal? No, you have to quickly put yourself together and bounce back. It's very important because of Nkolano, because of Madame Monsuni health, because on their call Eba pressure need be than so. By the grace of God, obey me, but or time limit, it gets to a point she gets tired. Into Bema there, after 3 months there, you have to bounce back. A chroma cry, a chroma, one thing about the chroma say there is dignity in any work. With your press train station, you get your pay. Ghana na who press train station, who pastor who can maybe go, who even recognize you. I'm serious about what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's a queen to me there. Obi Juma or BJ's, Obi Juma or even Costco, Obi taxi, Canadian Japan, because I say I'm sure better with taxi, son of the Nisika. In the Ahano, where Juma say, there are other options. Unfortunately, we're Ghana no entisa because Ghana the system is not working. Into sometimes I am a pity and you more Ghana. God finds a way of breaching their situation by yet haseno. You know. To whom much is given, much is expected. So I say because Jesus or say fee or say money fee, ne can home o papa no mama or old lady you have also take care of until ultimate nka say mejuma senti mehwehwe that same particular job any ababo bedu hwambo you have to mama as well mama aka no dey 100%
so papa I have to let me correct something. Ghana for the perception be ashe won tirim. Say me a teacher niya me any other thing. Me call last 2 years na last year me call Ghana. Na your friend is saying bebre mo white collar job no. The mo friend office work no. Odofo the nani abre a obo bra no. Won to kan nem obra what compound house. Na mum okitaka me hu kapo bi a oba na ye teacher ni be ma no eye bank tail work ahini etua no me be ma mo 2 couples and I show you how they making it and o ma talk car because you adwuma wo bank na ma ni bank loan okoto car ne pe and na ni kru nyansani ka kire ne se me kwa adwuma na me pon 5 from 5 go see anajo 10 metumi aye huba sata na huba ba so foforo wo Ghana ti post car na omuti mu na no na your family car no eno ano Monday to Friday 5 to 10 brano eye huba and 5 o'clock no upon ya ofri adwuma mu wa ne na fofo ni bi befa huba no no akosi no wade ne sika odru ba bi a huba ne asan frɛ no enti ebi wo ha o se bi wo ha 5 trips na 10 pe na meko enso na manya sika ye de beto ho and last year ba ko me call your sister you tumi ato asase ye si dan and it's genuine hard yen money from us. There's another person ne yire no eye adwuma wo FM station and na obema no eye ono so ye den say aka ono so ye white collar ye adwuma wo ministry of education and na ministry of education for him say wo ye adwuma do setting na yi bia ultimi apply for loan bi o se den and na crash no ege loan no and no de buy and na yele so be ko Dubai na eba no say fair be it wo office intino niam na adreba no on beton okwaji sika no kra o se ni mate for ka kire ni say wagimi oba na wo kwaji lu ama na ni so yeyi a wo beja o say sister me yet say the mind because boys nipa be for no manager na kwaji wo no office beside and say sika no de ye den and na me kopɛ me ho asɛm kan say me yere eto ade ti be sam de kwama me yere Profeke can sense bebre. This to tell you mentality of our community. Babra nam paba. Oji sikano. O sabna na fe hu abon because in someone crofo ka kire me. Na e wose me fa bi mu aban. Ti man fa sikani nyina ama me yere but me de mu half. E ma me yere na half na aka no. Me de koto ho se empo da chi bi won tumi anya na ankoye se sikani nyina. Ashe. Enti mitimu ono de sikano e ma ne yere. I know Sabina, I am kind of credential. Me call you, no fun say, Mammy to the baby 20 million. Or see, I am 20 millions, may mark 10. Let's make it 10. Echo to hope baby, investment bank account boom, am I a man? The candy saying a median, you say, last week or 2 weeks, 2 weeks ago, now almost sending me picture, or be almost shop. At the end of Nanka or ban Tonwa, or Kofania Maniba, any ejuma of taxi near boot to acquire ejuma mu not on break time nearby offices no abua ho no tono and then watch shop dear na me person me kan the American say for the fact that we are white collar job no over Ghana crowd there is no excuse mama your pride no enko form o ye cashier ahia na etua and na wo ye cashier what prevent you say obechi taxi the nani abre a wo bobra no and you need to have double streams of income. Teacher niya ketuya yeseng. To do teacher niya ketuya your sister a bit for the rest of your life. Ube boy bubro because in Crawford call on him. And your magic and your science via science and say Ghana phone said we will live according to our means, not pleasing people. Me a teacher ni not a brand you rather make a tax here. Some ye burn your woman. Me ya juma wo bank na me your ba me bu me ho a na se enumere me turn provisions ewo area na me tena na get den enso ma bebre nim sa o person o she me na me adwuma was seconds no na me wo management level enso na me turn provisions me the provisions no kwa adwuma mu ho enti me na me store said unim said na mo frame drivers e wo ho for sere me hey anti shentuma mu na eba no me de nyama na she rubber bag me turn provisions kakra me turn we kakra na me ba Nicodemus na me aba office sa de no be free wo me ho de pesa ngrofo be nso wa free me so me twan de pesa woto enti ma rapo ne kama na me ahye rubber mu na me de abrɛ wo na ye betua wo kai wakatua na fa me office na eba nti binim se de ye tua wo ana me ma discard pie free me office so am nim se won tibi ntua me ka enti na Friday sa ta me ntua wo bank account no those times na ye the share my accountant no na me management level nti me office na mo fa no maka accountant to be twa mu apa na me kai wo se ayibo so me no provisions na am di free no pato anwa kakra otobie ya otua me kan na sa ma na niam afoforo enti all the time there was money in my hands. All the time I had money. I was not depending on my salary. And my boss used to like me because so who say the kind of mentality or did he know, even though I've not got there yet, but he knows he said I can make it. What am I trying to say here? Uma yenya say a year be abani ye trying to money a coachabi. What's salary shot? Ye try black and white. A year to my colors biara who be. Because sister ya mami we travel from Brad John mami we office wo bi wo am be travel from enti weekend bia wo ye bia wo na me bi sawo utwa ye ntoma saa no akotwa maku ntoma no akotwa we ntoma ebeye den na sika ni bia ka wonsam enti kro no na wo bebo oti aban office wa untimi mmo bra ni se kristoni oti government institution na agese wo ye dream ansa na wade wo ho because sika na ye tua wo no untimi nhweso yie Uye police ni agise obi ahye won nsam ansa uye soja ni a eye saa brabo na ye bo Ghana ho no na edi yenya na mom you are living according to your means eye na ba na wantumi ankwa menua mentumi ama na so keka wo transportation any ankansa wa wo bebo na anka sister it saves you a lot because uko twantoma na wasa ne pam sika na transportation na san we di sika understand yama for igum obre mu tu betumi aso sister nani because owa ho hia ma yesika no hia what the American say enti mama yamma brabo no saa yanya yeti abrochire sa de osofo eka no yen de ya na asem ye mobo e de kire se e was there ye boa won we wofie at the same time ye hwe ye ho ha tobu na misplace o priorities now why you're mobile, you end up helping people back home because you want to prove your point. So we're brutal. And so sister will some of us we have made some of those mistakes in the name of say yeah boy one of your tiffy no sa or full so when you're whatever. And so now me person would be in tinam too quine. Now more me woman most woman who so kakra. Don't make me a money tree here. So what you say? Sa the buy no and na yen who priorities because ya the sa Ghana for no to the extent say who ni bi wa brochire kura na wo do ukochu credit card dey transfer amount. Ukochu credit card dey to mobile phone am obi. One fan mana oba video asia na wa chiro oya azapa. Why am I not hearing from you? Me na me say me cha wade na me fan che wo name calling no so asia che say. Bronya so wa frɛ me ma me bronya ade se me de be ba me nsa amaye wo so live video no aba ase I am still waiting for you don't be lying to me I'm waiting for your call after aye kadan e wo me live feed ase me no go school ana minimum was a colleague ma bro chira ma ba de nti na enya by force say wo se me che wade o me na me se me ma wade me nyamfa ma wa enye kadan eye sa asrasre no bebre ama mayo bebre awro mo draws unnecessarily. Because okom kakra de nti ohu bra dwon an ko ntimi so o chiachia bra dwon ya wo gusu a wo chiachia bra nim se wo hia bribi en Ghana so de won to yokogari ni fried rice ni indomie ma wo ni free onya toma wa something for something. Young girls listening to me, this is how the men get you. But no more de upu yo bi a upechibom uhu se bra dwon gina chibo bra dwon sam yamre no akogina ho enti bra dwon an hya dance wo pe wo anu be ba ho so no afa afom fram Eti nyinsem bra na bra John bisa na ukra da be na me say wo pe. Da be na me say wo pe. Se bra John wofa ni papa anane wofa ko na ote ne nche ne ye elder na sofo ate sofo a bra na sofo aka wa nyinsi abayo ne de wo so ware no. So bra John will end up marrying somebody he does not actually like. One shut dance and sister ne pe. Mama yen ka no kore. Adwuma mu ho do ho hyehye bra bi. Bra na nka sanse wo pe man de. Adwemu ye hare kakra nti. Ai hu bra na ko ntimi nsiso. Sister na ko ntimi nsiso. One Mr. Sister na si ye. When you ba won so sister no mo call 1 2. Ebu o course ba akopɛ nam di ye na apɛ sɛ ahe na odi ansa no anyam. Ahe na apɛ sɛ odi ansa no anyam. Ye ka wade ho asɛm wɔ ha. Ti bra ne ye dikin wa asɔre. Adwuma ya asɔre fo te sɛ manyinsi obi na menya yi a. Na sister na start e bɔ ne ntere ha. Wan wade me a. Ai wan wade me a. Sister wan se opɛ. Bra, once sister na nka ncho se be you should Miss Baba I didn't want to say Satan Jamie say want to me anyina Deacon elder went to me anyina say get away Satan there over doors ni na onkonkro ja na afiri wonchen we afiri and na boni ye wo suma se nyame so be pa ho ntoma bia wadi ya sa sister we do na yi want me one family planning ni bi oni bi na same case bia odi ni wie no bi say na wo nya family planning. Well, when you were on it, you didn't ask the lady. What do you know? Unfortunately, sister Nanyam. Sister Nanyam. And I also be out free mission house. That's the mission. Methodist one wine. Yes, so I don't know. One pet, but you had national con our sainty. See, all your started life journey in the marriage, you know, a ye conditional relationship. And you need say you say yenti. Ne sa yo munti no ya nhyada kwara mplane nkwala dodo po a ya pese ye wo ya de nyinsen abedi abrabo nanim obra we have not planned for it. Some of you your parents out of send guase bebenti akwala na awokọ wane kura ni sika ye de your ba ho ade na emu ani wuo nti yesi ye twen owo ana ye de ayi engagement na fra ti engagement na ye no bra na nkasa awokọ tena awade na ase no okọ wade obi baba no ni sika nim. Eye ne maame oye mmakuo pani anim guase be ka ne nti abayo ne nyinsen ai ne maame akoje because ye di ne bakoro be baba ma no wo maame wo a oye maame ne kura ba akukre nse na nyame de che wo ade na apese obi baba ene ma wu fie ma. Why are you taxing somebody's daughter to be baby machine? Enti maame no de hia ne so obi di nyinsen aba no waje. What's the dynamics of sometimes the ama aware no? Because Bible say when Adam saw Eve, he said, "This is the bone of my bone and the flesh of my flesh." Before a man will make that statement, ask yourself, what did he see in that woman? And the Indomie joints, any pap joints, baby, baby, or Ghana. Brand to Indomie baby, you know be my oh, brand de nsem you. No, I talk coke and now more tobacco and siwama. Sister, for the rest of your life, Institute of Poverty Administrative, una your head. Because all that he could buy to get you was Indomie. And then you saying every Indomie ni muaba. Maybe sawu, what kind of lifestyle now for say ubenya for the rest of your life? I am asking. Indomie ase amakwala, a full baby has come out of it. Whilst you are not prepared psychologically, mentally, say, what kind of lifestyle have I traded my life for? Indomie, and now take away, and now Guinness back, and the money be no sakura se mema, and now you tall a man of short me, you know, a day a ice cube two and a lime two moon, I won't know me, you know, free muabano. What kind of lifestyle will you get afterwards? Me can for any country sana ba bebre na mono joint ahoro or mutuo junction kwesi da na wo class wo kwasore no Holy Ghost service we ye no wa mafie kura mfa Holy Ghost na mafie e na branch call mutuo joint bra no ma left wa sore dem ho bra no unim se bra na ware e no ma left da no message ama sore e na wudi na chikodi o mutuo e na ma bra na air condition car ni mu if I were near Chicacre, you know, would you mutu any way? What the heck? We are free Yamasamu so for Kayena at Yama Bra now Robert Ross at a church service. Ah, sister. Nanny say Abem or say Mommy Dean, so wouldn't so what yet. And I would do home, I know say Money Dean. And I want so a new one for the inti. And I want Money Dean. Into our now so. Won't mean to Dean. Sisters, now 1 year, no more question. Yabuan when you sing out of the blue. No, what's some Americano? Wouldn't say bra upon dress before Pentecost before Anglican there were baby. Wouldn't say bra no way. Compulsory by force. When you prepare, contentment is a great game. Start small. Some of you, a man who put 2 weeks. Now, no, or of my Charlotte Cocaine, it's not talking about a brochure for you can afford. It was talking about Ghanaians out to compound house. Now, 1 year, Juma, now we to a friend is saying a bone straight, perennial hair, 30 inches, 40 inches, 6 million, 10 million, week, 30 million, week, or browty. So, G will go, hello, you couldn't know. Papa be a ton table salt, Accra, meaning so we are not or that's what you say. Was say, our free beer, Yana would be. O never low watale. Who never woman and so shattered. Baby, have makeup on. Or Brad, your mind is not made up. You have makeup, will be shut up of makeup money between him because we pay near Jenny 2 million cedis. Who are conante a cramo. Sister, a prostitution. Hookups, a prostitution. A rebranding, a dinner in Yasasaneke, ne ya shower kekli. A shower you dressing. I won't shed any but I be anti. I will dress in your wedding. I will call and a special guest speaker be Shadam ye be true. Now we conante a cramo, baby, a packet castle, than auto year you say, ya sister. You are gallivanting, you are parading, say, who will buy, who will buy, who will buy? That is what it means. Ye can't about say. Choosing a lifetime partner. Obana and two who cook, why share one and two pija. I didn't be anything. No ba Bible said, oh, so why ye nada. Now, who offense ye who would ye? No ba was throw your me. Nuna me dijaw anadri. If our bar, yamia dreamy, it wouldn't it. If our bar or watching can be. Or 2 minutes was sad, but Obina Bono or checking me. I and Kofa Bemo Becca means no bia, Mimi Mubia, or be anywhere, Miss Rono. Dated them may be not Kankas answer now. I was a beme bia, a wo Eli bia, what's Yana? What's it? I was so baby, a wo Elizabeth bia. Or Cassa, or talk for baby or Casse. I don't fear anybody. A man in Akasa is a red flag. Tells you, say, the people who are Brabomua, Unya Yankam, why not me, Jania Cotrano, and Ya catcher no more tramp on the or see one's robia. It's a red flag. I was for we might not have much, but there may one am the Amamuana tree. But I hope say, as somebody is looking for a lifetime partner. Bibi a year con a lifetime in for 6 months. I hope said the church will take the challenge. Not only would we teach our young men and young women how to actually look for a good and correct partner. Number of times I have a merkuo meeting, so the same number of times you friend merkuo meeting and then mantua a kuo meeting. Sabranto one and shia when you best started to deactivate or decoded some of the bad things akolana shia bonting and after all, I sorry demo. Eya ya resabi ya yebesa ye ho yare. Yes, he might not have a father figure, but asafu penin, papa penin awa sorry ho. O shekse wutimu hu say na wusua no nkwala so bi wo mu a amwa wo na akwala bi wa sorry dem ho na o exhibit a wo chi ne bata wo ho. Indirect mentoring sa na ye frɛ no. Enye chenchine twan say wo say eye wasene mu banko ansa na what you mean bribi amount. But if you want our legacy to live on, we want to rewrite history and we want to change the status quo. These are some of the little things we do. Don't just go to church when you finish, you pick your bag, but look through the young men. Youth na bano. A branch here be wouldn't you say what the base 60? Usani abo wo chemso anem mo wani ba ho so no wo be di be 28 no wo be 3 a man no onware won. And that has messed you up. And man, next generation, cause I had you. Now, momo fra brante wano. Now, what catch and say, share, oh, papa. And near me be a mafemono. Men pese, some conversation, it goes deep. Because you know what? That young man, I've seen somebody who is able to tell him real as it is. The amaja sempaka, a different, young moka sok. Now, she has sempaka to me, a woman say. Yenye de yesua wo book mu ne nko an ye ka kire wo na mom practically de abe ka kire we practically yenye de yesua psychologically hwan enye no nko enye book mu de. That is the difference. Enti de bia me ka kire menua ma no say ye ka study to show yourself approved unto God enye study no nko an study na de wakomu no everyday life now ukomu no se Bible ni ebetro biemu a bisa ho se dia ni ebetro afa ho se obi oye dwamanfo tutu ni kura ni denti no ba mu a menya tutu ni se urade wo so san betro Bible a how do I want my life to be written about me when I am not there oba bia mfa sa adwene ni hye ni tirim na wo kwa akote na obi ka front na wo nya sure sexual perversion bi ikoso a what gonna sad the who say me fa car front to na eneyi and mesesa me da chi anyame e wo mame. It is nice when obi be fa na car front but the adwene na wa branti eni tiri ne go ne say e hefa no person ni me drew abrabom bi se no ansa na what na akwa wiki bag ai your point adwuma bra na ma me left yakotena ba bia wiki bag na adwene wa wade ho ye sen dia na mo no person ni me tu. Obviously, Ghana ni be maybe a kosi obapa me wano. Obra woni se onware no. Me pew, me do. Ye wo pe na ye wo do. Find out what do me sesen. Dia na ma wo do me. What your do asesen. Bisa sa be ma no sa akwhyen no. Na numu aye na be kire oni pesu a wo kotena na front no. Ma yen fancy a. Na yegusu aye kekenya na ade esen kurasefo.
Sister, God bless you.
God bless you too, my dear.
Practical wale emunsem ena me nua bai odi abetudwa ababi wo mu a fa. I know it's late. It's probably almost midnight or baby I mean nua bai away. Inti me be man the last 2 minutes. If she's got something else to say, she says it. If she doesn't, yapon.
For my last apa, midija obebian say the ubetusu a life partner. Ebe me say ma Canada, me sankabium. Pray that you don't marry your enemy. Pray, God, don't let me marry my enemy. There are some people who, when you are dating them, they are friends. You are okay, you roll with them. But as time goes on, now I bear a thorn in your flesh. Sometimes a traps be a to tom. Na se ubesia wade kwaso. And I would drum pempens will be a uba choose a lifetime partner. And now when in your 20s, wade kwine yes, time and these are one of the prayer topics you should pray about. Lord, help me not to marry my enemy. If you are a woman, pray to meet your Boaz. Obi anywhere will pay here. Ohianya the pa. Aye, Missiami Boasa. May root a necessary ever former day, but me Boaz and so will meet me halfway by helping me with his resources. Aye, oh, ye bear man, Bompire say. Ubeshia oba or to say Ruth obenya tema ama wo maame ne mmere wabom o maame enye dan obeya abrewa menopause any early dementia ne niema bi ebe mamrewa na react certain way in so for no mo hadwen but bompa yese awurade mame nsia me Ruth obeti se na wo mi bi kame ho a obeti na se mu bi wo ha no se wo maame hadwen o maame ya akukoni ni nti o papa kura ntimi antena ne ho. Look at that angle. Some of you were raised by women, they did great job, but you will attest to say, oh yeah, just to be so you are a control freak. Oh, your bar, you want to wear the trousers in every relationship you've been at. Begin to check those things. Some man be say, I behave like a man. Me grow your baby out. Some now for phone now your man. Now mommy ya kukunini indirect. Not oye. Your mom was in control in the home. Bompire say, onyame bema wo na womi. Oba obenya no ebe se root na wate na womi. Ya wo maame ene wo nkrofo ase. Ebusianfo wei na medijaw ukita chiro no nko ade a ebrem rekwamrekwa nyampo me nkita Mills and Boons menya bia me de beba but until then no said the osofo kan ye no eno ene ade ye me susudua me manuala me de nante nti eno ana me de bema like I'm saying I'll not be for everybody but say ye kase dodo enfom so mpam it say bia maka bribi na wonte ase and I didn't sit well with you. You can come into my inbox for further explanation. Or you think, say, you made the idea when you saw and you need help in any angle of your life, I'll be there. Me counseling. And can be any free. I can give you 10 minutes of my time. But some of you, your problems are too big. Say, I was here started from foundation. Oh, yes, uncle of Fonibia or the 14 year. And you free beam because my dad is. But I try. Set me yenina. Be free nam de bibia she bibia na. Enti mesramu. Momoame na menso memoa. Enya he bia. Sometimes I don't even charge you people. But out of just for service to mankind, a better for say once idea which you place a value on it. Baby, take a lot of the things we do for them for granted. But now I want to place a value on it. That is the main reason. And I might not charge you a beer and said you're not therapist anymore, but charge you. It's a service to my community I will give. But then when I place a value on it, and manipa na ne ya de no serious. I think so on my emutu me no because then when he's paying for a service, reactions are different and how he take information are different. And so that's the reason why I do what I do. Now me own shramo. Now mongo follow me. Me page you know the lunchtime talks. Oba I won't require or I am maybe a page lunchtime talks. Follow me there. I do other things there. Send me BB. So follow lunchtime talks. Me BB I won't require no crime. Me better both pages so you can catch me up there. Nyamisha also be here. I can't hear.
I love you more than Abusian, a word to the wise is enough. You wait the mean to mean some can be baby. Wakanina, share video no. Don't be selfish. Share video no. And Sika educates, follow page no. O person near maybe say some about a so now so tea be now the true could to dream never. Follow my page, Sika educates, follow it. And I share video no. Men nyanya atwom nye selfish enye pesamin kuminya bia nti abusia. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for supporting, for watching, for everything. Nyame wonhyira ye nyina ensem a mutie no momma yemfa nto ye kotodwemu momma yemfa ndi dwuma wa yabrabom na mwa ye nyina enti Kristo wonhyira wo bia. Good night, good evening, good morning, or baby, I'm Obia. Bye bye.
Sika educate, yeah, what Facebook, YouTube, and Insta. Sika educate, yeah, Cassava, Abum, our real in Sika educate, or don't come up, run, yeah, who are true. Sika educate. Sika educate. Unyane baby, Sika educate. Ain't like you page, you know I am vibe. But more than go YouTube, ho, subscribe it. Sika educate is the name. All our man them source and they come from. Inspiration, motivation. Wapomodem education. Wafranada, when it's here, or don't come or ekusika deba. Wafranada, Bema, Jai, or don't come or ekusika deba. Sika educate. Yeah, what Facebook, YouTube, and Insta. Sika educate. Yeah, Kasafa, Apomodem, our real name, Sika educate. Or don't come.